Hello, everyone. Good evening already. 5 p.m. Not really the evening, right? It's 5 p.m. is one of those weird times. I can't really figure out if it's the evening or pretty much the afternoon. We're just gonna say, how's everyone doing today? We're getting close to our Sunday night. If you're in California, it's obviously 2 p.m., so it's kind of early. If you are in Hawaii, like Spartan Knoll, then what time is it? 2 p.m., 3 hours behind. It's like 11 a.m. It's very early in Hawaii right now. The beautiful place of Hawaii. United States versus Mexico, the the CONCACAF U-20 Championship. We covered the whole tournament here. We did live watch-alongs for all the U.S. men's national team games. And of course, we're going to be doing today for the final between the U.S. and Mexico. Now, both of these teams have already qualified and locked in a spot in the U-20 World Cup, which is, at the end of the day, it's what really matters, right? That's the main goal of this competition, is to making it to the U-20 World Cup. But then again, you have to build that winning culture from the youth levels all the way up. So nevertheless, the United States plays Mexico today. They're rivals in Mexico. And I wouldn't say I expect to win. I'm would demanding be the word? No, not really demanding. I think the expectation and the standard we should hold is for the U.S. to win the trophy. Playing Mexico here, we're the current champions. Go win the trophy. As the stream goes on, Pete will be here right now, actually. We'll talk about a few players, if there's any players that we see with some potential for the future for the U.S. men's national team. But again, this game, yes, it's not worth a spot in the World Cup. We're already qualified to the U-20 World Cup, but we have to build the winning culture from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. And these are our youth players. And we're playing our rival, and it's important to win this game. It's important to continue to beat Mexico. And I know CONCACAF is not the standard. I know CONCACAF is not like what we really want. We want to win more outside of CONCACAF, but we have to continue to dominate CONCACAF. That is the bare minimum, and that should be the standard for today. Hey, Pete.
How's it going, man? Just finished the Morocco USA Patreon video finally because I was not doing well after that game. Yeah, but happy to be feeling a little bit better, and thank God for antibiotics. That's all I have to say.
And the stomach, is that okay with the antibiotics?
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of probiotics and eating yogurt with it. So yeah, so far so good.
That's like usually what screws me over with antibiotics. After that, diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. But sorry, guys, for the diarrhea talk once again. Butt Picker saying, I just saw Manchester City yesterday for my first game. It was fun but hot in Columbus. Who did Man City play in Columbus yesterday for Manchester City? Was it a Mexican team? Chelsea, actually. 4-2 Man City versus Chelsea. So that's a good game they went to attend. Chelsea with a lot of players I don't know these days, a lot of young players. But 4-2 Man City. Glad you had fun, Butt Picker. Glad you had fun. What's going on with the hurricane here? It's fine, guys. There's no there's a hurricane in the Mexican Gulf Coast, the Gulf, which is like where Cancun is and all that. It's just raining here. There's really nothing. It's just raining. Placata say, I saw hate for Materazzo, so I assume Tack was telling them he sucks. The complete opposite. We can say once again, there's no confirmation that Materazzo is the U.S. men's national team coach. There's no confirmation that he will be also. He's obviously a candidate. It looks like it's a legitimate possibility, but there's actually nothing confirmed. And no, I have no hate if he becomes the coach. I have no issues with it. Pete?
Yeah, no issues. I mean, I think there are risks with every option that's probably realistic for us. There are some risks, but of the available candidates, I'd say his upsides are greater than his risks, for sure. I mean, look, everybody's a big upgrade on Berhalter, so.
Yeah, and this is also a coach that one of the takes that I saw for Pellegrino Materazzo, and guys, we'll talk about the U-20s in a second, was this one. Someone said Jesse Marsch and Pellegrino Materazzo have essentially the same resume, or Marsch has even a better resume. I disagree with that. I disagree with that entirely, because Marsch's success was first in MLS with the New York Red Bulls. Then he had success in Austria with Salzburg, which everyone...
I would say he met expectations. He won the league and got knocked out in the Champions League group stage.
Yes. I would say that too. Even though they did better once he left, they got out of the group.
Yeah, they did better once. So I would say at best he met expectations in Austria. He wasn't a smashing success there.
Yeah, in MLS he did fine, but then again, so did Berhalter. Berhalter wasn't terrible in MLS; he did fine.
Yeah,
Uh, and then Jesse Marsch failed in the Bundesliga with Leipzig, a much better team than Materazzo ever had. He failed there, and then he went to Leeds, where he helped them not get relegated one season, but he was one of the big reasons they got relegated the following season. So
yeah.
he failed. Materazzo got promoted, never got relegated. That's the first thing. Never got relegated. Materazzo got Stuttgart promoted. Then he kept them in the second season, mid-table in the Bundesliga, which is really good once you just get promoted. He got fired the other season. Things weren't working out. And again, it was Stuttgart at the time. They were
Stuttgart
transitioning.
also had a lot of injuries that season. A lot.
That's another thing. And then Hoffenheim, he took over that team when they were battling to not get relegated. He got them to escape relegation. In the following season, he got them to qualify to the Europa League. So I would say some people bring up his winning percentage, no trophies. Like, look at the teams he coached.
Yeah. And more important, look at the level he coached at. Like, if Tack and I win the TST tournament as coaches, so technically now we have more trophies than Materazzo, does that mean we should be? No. You look at the level, you look at the players they had available to them and ask, did he get his teams to play greater than the sum of their parts and punch above their weight at a good level, which he certainly did. Now, he doesn't have any international experience, which is fair to question. Will it translate? And he's relatively unexperienced. He's only been a head coach for 5 years. So those are two things that if you want to have, if you want to be skeptical, those are fair points to bring up. But other than that, he's been quite successful for the time that he's been a coach. And don't forget, highly regarded by Julian Nagelsmann. Like, Julian Nagelsmann brought him onto his staff at Hoffenheim. He wanted this guy. So he has the respect of some top coaches. No top coach has ever brought Greg Berhalter onto his staff. Okay.
No. Well, and just to add to that, he's not the most experienced, but I also wouldn't put him as unexperienced either. I mean, 5 years, how many seasons in the Bundesliga at this point? 3 to 4 as the head coach?
Yeah, 1.5, 2, really, because
he had 1.5 with Hoffenheim just now.
Yeah.
And 1.5 with Stuttgart, right? Yeah. So three in the
Bundesliga.
And then one in the second Bundesliga getting promoted. And he also did work as an assistant to Julian Nagelsmann. That's a tremendous experience right there.
And learning experience, right? Like,
yep.
He got the thing that I really like about him is he's not part of the U.S. soccer system. He left after college. He went and played the low levels in Germany. He went and got his coaching education in Italy and Germany. He learned from the best. He grinded his way up from the bottom as an American, where you get no love. And nothing's been handed to this guy.
No, and on top of all of that is we always talked about this. Being American is not a requirement to be the U.S. men's national team coach, but it is a bonus. If we can get an American, I think that I personally think it would be better. It's not obviously if the gap between the other coach that we can get that's not American and the American is so big, then you go for the foreign coach. But I think he's a fine option. But guys, the game just started here. Did it start for you, Pete? The U-20s?
Yeah.
So I think we're synchronized probably.
I'm at 0:35, 36.
I'm at 39. Yeah, we're 2 seconds apart.
3 seconds, yeah.
That's good because usually we have a bigger gap. And Ricky Valadez, thank you for the super sticker. And Carlos Padilla, thank you guys for your research. Other YouTubers don't know Pellegrino Materazzo. No, some of them will pop up and try to clout chase on Pellegrino Materazzo, but we've talked about Pellegrino Materazzo for 2-3 years now, I think. 2 years?
Oh, yeah. After the 2022 World, when we talked about possible coaches after the 2022 World Cup, he was one of our top choices, right? Mm-hmm. And we even talked about him before that. So it's been about 2 years, I would say, of advocating for Pellegrino Materazzo.
Yeah, we've been talking about him for quite some time. And honestly, if you look back 2 years ago, he is more experienced and more accomplished now. He's gotten better.
Yeah. And he did it with 2 separate clubs. That's what's always interesting to me, because there are a lot of coaches that can be successful at one club, maybe because the environment worked for what they were trying to do, but then they can't do it anywhere else, right? And so I'm always very skeptical of coaches who've only been successful at one place. He's done it now at 2 different clubs, so that's a good thing.
Yes, and everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. This is the CONCAF Champions Cup U-20 Championship final between Mexico and the U.S., which is normally what happens. The U.S., it's kind of weird. First and foremost, everyone, if you can get those likes up, I would truly appreciate it. It helps us quite a bit if you get the likes up. Pete, what was remarkable about this campaign with the U.S. is we started very dominant in the first game. We
Mm-hmm.
were still dominant in the second. We looked sloppy in the third game in the group
The group
stage.
stage,
And
yeah.
in the knockout rounds, we looked terrible against Guatemala, Panama. We
Yeah.
got lucky to go through. I haven't followed Mexico that much, but I'll just put it this way. Out of this U-20 roster from the players I watched, I would say there's maybe one or two that can pan out in terms of like national team one day. And that's a big maybe, like roster, maybe. Big maybe. One or two.
Yeah. Yeah. And, there are a lot of guys that are not here, right? Who, for one reason or another, should be. So we'll talk a little bit about that maybe in the post game. And there are also some guys that were maybe not quite ready yet for the U-20 for this tournament, but, 15 months from now, come the under-20 World Cup, they might be. So it's just, 15 months at this age group is a long time. So we'll see how things develop and who sort of comes and shines through.
I mean, Jim Curtin keeps talking about Kevin Sullivan being ready to play with pros. If he's ready to play with pros now, and then 15 months from now, he's getting a few minutes here and there in Major League Soccer, you can go to the U-20 World Cup.
Well, he's already getting a few minutes here and there in Major League Soccer. Whether or not he's ready for that or if it's just a marketing thing, it's a different story. But I would say if he's not playing in Major League Soccer at least somewhat regularly 15 months from now, then maybe we should pause some of the hype, because I'm being told he's one of the best young players in the world.
Yeah, maybe let the kid develop, right? Instead
Or
of
maybe let him prove it first.
Yeah.
MLS Next Pro is nothing. Sorry, it's not.
I mean, wasn't MLS Next Pro losing to USL teams?
Yes. No, dude, they were losing to like amateur teams. Amateur, like not even USL.
El
Or not-
Farolito, right? El Farolito or something.
yeah, El Farolito, like literal like pub teams were beating. So MLS Next Pro at a level we cannot. Don't get me started on MLS Next Pro. There needs to be a thing, and this needs to happen across American soccer, where you don't get hype, you earn it. Prove at a decent level that you're incredible. Because remember, he's almost 15 now. At 16, Pulisic was playing in the Bundesliga, right? So, at some point where he'll be almost 16, he will be 16 actually at the under-20 World Cup. So if he's barely playing in MLS, it's going to be like, okay, guys.
Let's give it time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Thin Blue Line saying, would you prefer Pellegrino Materazzo for this cycle into 2026 or giving him a full cycle after 2026? Love the content. Feel better, Pete. Look, right now, for this cycle, we're less than 2 years away from the World Cup. Get the best possible option. If Pellegrino Materazzo is the best possible option, me and Pete just said we're okay with that. We don't think he is the best possible option, right? If you can get Klopp, you say Pellegrino, wait.
Or even Thomas Tuchel.
Or Tuchel, exactly. If you can get those guys, Pellegrino's not your number one option. Now, after this World Cup, let's say we get Tuchel or Klopp, and then we do well in the World Cup, and they don't want to stay, right? They just wanted these 2 years World Cup, and they're out. Then, yeah, maybe go to Pellegrino Materazzo, say, hey, do you want a full cycle? 4 years, 2030, gives you time to work. Sure. But it just kind of depends on what happens. But right now, we don't know which coaches said yes, which coaches are interested. We just don't know. We don't know if he's the best one. What channel are you guys watching? So the game is on Tuda NA. You can find it on VIX app, VIX, and you can also watch it on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1. Mike B said Twellman called him the best 14-year-old on the planet. Kid you not. It's kind of funny that Twellman would say that, and then you can go to him and say, Twellman, how many U15 or even U20 games have you watched in the past 6 months?
Yeah, no, Twellman's just being an apologist for the league, right? I mean, half of the press conference, revealing Kevin Sullivan was Jim Curtin sucking Jay Sugarman's dick. No, I'm serious. He was like, guys, MLS is going to win because our owners, these kind of guys, they're winners. They're going to win. It wasn't even about Kevin Sullivan. I was like, what is he talking about? And I was just like, and then he also said he's one of the best young players in the world. And I was like, guys, and what's funny is that when you went to the MLS Next Pro coach who watches Sullivan the most, who coaches him, he was like, yeah, he's a kid. We got to be careful. He was really trying to pump the brakes, and he looked really uncomfortable being there on this like propaganda. It's just like, guys, this is a child that we're parading around like a trophy. It kind of creeps me out, honestly. Like, you can
Yeah.
give him a contract if you think he's worth it, but having this big hyped press conference and calling him the best, it's just, I've seen this go wrong so many times around the world.
Actually, let me just refresh on one thing. I don't think Twelman called him the best 14-year-old in the world now that I can remember. Twelman said Man City said it.
I mean, really, they might have said it, but they paid $2 million for him. So that doesn't sound like something you pay for the best 14-year-old in the world. Like,
No.
didn't, what's his name, at 16 go for 60 million?
Enrique, and then Stevon just went for like 60 also at 16.
So that's when they really believe you're one of the best young players in the world. They put a lot of money in you. 14, 2 million doesn't say much.
No. We're hopeful that he turns out to be the greatest player we can. We need it.
Yeah,
We
I
really
want
need
him
it.
to come through. Even if he ever becomes a Pulisic, I'll be very happy.
Oh yeah, for us. Imagine if we had two Pulisics right now.
Yeah, that would
Besides
be
the
amazing.
personality, right? We kind of need someone to, But to
Yeah,
be fair, Kevin Sullivan seems to have much more of like a tougher personality, more of like a star personality
yeah, he
than
does.
Christian Pulisic.
Yeah,
Has
he
more
does.
like what we call like the
Aura.
oral charisma, right? Seems
Yeah,
like to have more than Pulisic.
yeah, and I hope he becomes something. I just don't want to overhype him too early.
Yep. Agent Cuato saying big L for Tudene for showing Chelsea versus Club America instead of the U-20 Cup. Well, I have Tudene here on VIX, and I'm watching the U.S. Mexico. At least on mine. That's weird. I'm on the VIX app though, so I don't know if it's different. Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff. Let's see what he's saying here. He said, "I put on my blonde wig and lipstick last night." That sounds like some Norman Bates shit, dude. That sounds like some Norman Bates sketchy shit, man. And hit the town, Dallas. Big D energy, feeling great. Okay, Norman Bates. PJ saying, is the Gold Cup format with invites with teams being invited confirmed? No, it's not confirmed by. It's pretty much certain at this point based off the sources that are reporting, but it hasn't been confirmed by CONCACAF. So no, it hasn't been confirmed, but probably like what 90% chance that it's true. I would say.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go watch the game. I'll be in and out.
See you soon, Pete. See you
Gotta
soon.
rest my voice.
All right, everyone. Let's focus on the game here a little bit between the U.S. and Mexico. Still 0-0. Oh, bad giveaway here from the United States. And here comes a bit sloppy, right? These first 10 minutes. The crowd, there's probably like 200. No, okay, let's be honest. Probably like a good 1,000 people in the stadium. It's pretty damn empty right now. But going back to the game, a lot of sloppy touches. The field conditions aren't very good. And like we said, like when you look at the U.S. men's national team here that we have, Brooklyn Rhynes that scored that banger to get the U.S. through against Panama is one of the players from the Houston Dynamo, I believe, their academy. But maybe the main players we want to watch out for in this game that might have a future with the U.S. men's national team, and that's a big might right there. Pedro Soma is an interesting one, the central defensive midfielder. He's number 6 for the U.S. Berchimas, he's the youngest player, I believe, in this roster. He plays out wide. He's number 7. Nico Sakiris is a good player. He's number 10 for the United States. It's another player to watch out for. Besides that, there's a few players here that are interesting here and there, but I'd say these guys might be the big 3. David Vasquez, number 11 for the U.S., is an interesting name. Had some good moments throughout the tournament. But I'd say in terms of player profile and talent and ceiling, I would go with Pedro Soma, Berchimas from Charlotte FC, and Nico Sakiris from the San Jose Earthquakes. And King Bishop is saying the U.S. is looking shaky, nervous, can't connect. I would say not nervous. It's just we can't really connect like 3 to 4 passes. Mexico hasn't been looking great either. The field is not looking good. The field is not looking good. I think that is a major issue today too. The U.S. in possession tries to go long. Who's that ball to? Was that the Berchimas? Yeah, we're not combining. We're not finding feet. We're not finding our teammates. We're not really playing well to start the game. NL saying tack, no love for Noah Lyles for bringing the world's fastest man back to the U.S. We beat heavily favored Jamaican. NL, I tweeted about the race. I was watching it. Go to my Twitter account. I showed him some love. It was incredible. It was actually a tie, but he still won. It was one of the tightest 100-meter dashes I've ever seen in my life. It was incredible. And he backed all the shit talk, man. But I put it on Twitter. If you go there, I tweet about Noah Lyles. Tremendous win, big time gold medal for the United States of America in the Olympics. Okay, Mexico now in possession. Nice switch. What's funny about Mexico is originally I thought they had Fidel Barajas and Obed Vargas in their roster, but they're not here. That was a bit weird. They're not here. I should have probably looked up what happened there. Yeah. Okay, back here to the game. The U.S. once again in possession. Every time we're essentially trying to play with the center backs, and we just try to go long, and we're not really finding anyone. We're essentially just playing charity ball and giving the ball back to Mexico every time we get it, every single time. So the game is on FS1, right? Akshay's putting here. The game is on FS1 if you want to watch it. The game is on FS1. Now I'm going to put it here too. Dustin's telling everyone 500 likes and the United States scores. So if we don't hit 500 likes and the US doesn't score, it's your fault. So get those likes up. It's a great way to support the channel for free. Okay, American Ultras Talks here with the update for us. He said Fidel didn't want to play at this tournament with either nation. Obed is also focusing on his club. So good update right there. Obed Vargas and Fidel Barajas were called in for Mexico's U-20s, and they didn't want to play the tournament at this time. That doesn't, well, Obed already filed a one-time switch, so he is going to play for Mexico. Fidel Barajas can still file a switch for the U.S., and from what we heard from him multiple times, he's still open to both Mexico and the U.S. But Fidel Barajas did just move from Real Salt Lake and MLS to Chivas Guadalajara, which, again, that increases the odds of playing for Mexico. And here comes the U.S. Down the left, cross goes in, blocked. It's going to be a corner for the United States. Corner for the United States. And right now, we are at how many likes? We are at 163. Guys, we've had over 500 people in the chat for quite some time. Can we just try to get it to like 250? Can we just try to get it to 250 likes? It really helps the channel. It pushes the stream further, and I appreciate it. Corner kick here for the U.S. Nico Sakiris will take it at the 15-minute here, right in the 15-minute. And no, actually, they reverse the call. What's the call? So it's a goal kick from Mexico. Oh, yeah, it did hit Nico Sakiris' head. Not head, legs. It is. Chad is saying it's too bad U.S. streamers can't show the live games, but love this channel. Yeah, Chad, I would love for them, since they don't like putting this game anywhere on YouTube, if they just gave me the rights and let me do commentary and put it here. I would gladly do so. But yeah, unfortunately, they can't do it. And if we try to buy the rights to any of these, if we even can, I don't even know if we can buy the rights, we would have to declare bankruptcy in like 2 days. Actually, not 2 days. We have to declare bankruptcy as soon as we buy them. All right, U.S. with the ball. Vasquez back. Pedro Soma, good deep line playmaker, in my opinion. Pedro Soma, good on the ball, good on in distribution. The U.S. goes through the middle. Oh, my goodness. Poor pass. That was Ramos Jr. Ramos Jr. with the bad pass. Try to find Berchimas out wide. David is asking, hi, Tack, USA versus Brazil in the quarterfinals of the Olympics. Are you going to watch? I will watch. I believe it's tomorrow, right? But again, Brazil doesn't stand a chance. The United States basketball is too good. Brazil doesn't stand a chance. Let's be honest. Yeah, so far, very sloppy play from the U.S. Bad touches, terrible field, so the passes are not going well. We're not combining. We're not really creating. Not that Mexico has done much at all, too, so... Untouchables is saying, why no Figueroa or Zambrano? I don't know the exact reason. But I thought Ruben Ramos Jr. has played well throughout the tournament. David Vasquez too. Uh, I guess that's the reason. It was a choice from the coach. It's also been heavy rotated. Remember, this team played on Friday. Who started on Friday though? Actually, I'm pretty sure Zambrano and Figueroa were also on the bench this Friday. Malin is saying, are you able to like show the game but reflect it? You mean like show it reverse, right? Is that considered copyright? Yeah, I would get a copyright strike eventually if I put that. It would take some time for YouTube to catch on to it, but I would get a strike, and I'm not trying to get in trouble with YouTube on YouTube here. So it would get me in trouble. Yeah, Ruben Ramos started as a striker on Friday, and he's starting again today. That means the coaches trust him far more than Zambrano or Figueroa. I mean, the thing with Figueroa is I haven't watched him for the Liverpool Academy or the U-20s, whatever he's playing. A lot of people just kind of like hype him just because of the Liverpool brand. He might not be as good as we think. I mean, I haven't seen much to say that he's that good or a flop or bad, but it might just be more of like a Liverpool hype than an actual talent hype. Flip Silvar is saying Jamaicans are salty about Noah Lyle. Well, Noah won, and congrats to the Jamaicans because they're always freaking good in the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash too. But for man and woman. But again, the U.S. won this one, and here comes Mexico down the right. Good cut. This could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. Good block. Mexico with a nice finish in the box, but it got blocked by the American defender. The U.S. will try to hit them in transition. Berchimas, terrible pass from Berchimas to Nico Sakiris. We are not being able to connect one or two passes. Jeff Gary is saying, you were the old guy on American Ultras. Yes, I was. I mean, I'm not that much older than Yudi. I'm a little bit older than Yudi. I'm not that much older than Yudi. But yes, I was the old guy. I was the overage player in the American Ultra Talks, which, by the way, guys, I shared it on YouTube. We had a great episode with American Ultra Talks, a very good episode that we went through U.S. men's national team dual nationals. A lot of Mexican Americans, by the way. It was a fun episode. All right, let's go back here to the game. Yudi is guys. Yudi's not 12. The dude is even married. He's been married for a while. Yudi's not 12, guys. He is not 12. Eric is asking in the chat where he can find the stream. The game is on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1. 233 likes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm sure we're going to hit 250 at some point. Eventually. And then at some point, we'll hit like 500 likes just because. Okay, 20 minutes into the game, still 0-0 Mexico with the ball. Mexico has looked a bit better. Oh my God, what a terrible pass from the goalkeeper. That was a terrible pass, a horrible pass. Oh boy. Some of these goalkeepers these days, when it comes to playing with their feet, they're worse than tactical manager, which is quite upsetting because that position has evolved, but it doesn't look like the Mexican and the American goalkeepers have evolved with it. I mean, Mexico has been stuck with Memo Ochoa for forever. How long has it been? I mean, they got rid of Ochoa as of now. Okay, Mexico again in possession. The United States playing more of a 4-4-2 mid block on defense, kind of like what we saw in the Olympic. Oh my goodness, was that Bombino? Bombino just head the ball back to our goalkeeper, and that was a terrible, terrible ball. Terrible ball. It's been a very shaky start for the U.S. Very shaky start. We're not playing well. I mean, if we lose today, this will be the end for a very horrendous summer from the U.S. A corner goes in, cleared by the U.S. defense. Mexico tries to strike it again. It goes over the crossbar, and that is a goal kick for the United States. It's been a horrible summer, a very horrible summer. Hey, Jeff, hold it right there with American Ultras, man. Leave them alone. U.S. with the ball. We're not very press resistant, are we? We're not very press resistant. I'm just going to be honest here. We look terrible. Vasquez with the ball down the left. Tries to beat his defender. Gets a throw in for the United States. Throw in for the United States. Yeah, imagine we lose today. It's like we can't even beat Mexico anymore. Even that, we can't even beat Mexico. That was just. I've had enough, man, of this summer. I've had enough of this summer. It's just L after L after L. Can we at least beat Mexico today? All right. Pedro Soma draws a foul. Ouch. That was a bit of a hard foul from number 10 that plays for Mexico. A bit of a hard foul. He took the ball, but he made sure to knee Pedro Soma right up the guts. Maybe he hit his balls. It might have hurt a little bit. That was a bit of a violent tackle there. Okay, free kick for the U.S. 23 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, roughly 30 seconds. Ball goes in. Oh, header goes down. Oh, that hit the net out of bounds. I got to watch the replay. It looked close. Good delivery. A header. The goalkeeper was beat. What is that goalkeeper doing? What was the Mexican goalkeeper doing? Dude just jumped trying to catch butterflies and didn't catch a single butterfly or the ball. Didn't do anything. And throwing for the U.S. Nikos Akiris. Ooh, that's someone's son or sibling or brother. Definitely not someone's father. Everyone's too young here to be a father. Don't humiliate them like that, Nikos Akiris. And he gets a corner for the United States. Corner kick for the United States. The same Ramos up top isn't working. Yeah, it hasn't been the best performance for Ramos so far. We do have Zambrano and Cairo Figueroa off the bench. They'll come in eventually. Cross goes in. Corner for the U.S. Poor delivery. Poor delivery. Diego Luna has 3 kids already, but isn't Diego Luna like 22? He doesn't have 3 kids. Unless he had twins or something. He doesn't have 3 kids. And Diego Luna's older. He's like 22, isn't he? Okay, Mexico here down the left. A lot of time and space. Tries to cut inside. Cleared by the American defense. Pedro Soma wins the header. Mexico still has it. Holy battle of mid here between the U.S. and Mexico. Holy battle of mid. Cross goes in. Cleared. "25 minutes into the game, and this game has been nothing short of shit. Just hasn't been good from both sides. And the stadium is completely empty. I think there might. Oh, cross goes in. Header from the Mexican player, the Mexican center forward, number 9. It goes out of bounds. I can't tell if it was a poor header or he just couldn't reach the ball. Yeah, I think he just doesn't have the hops. Who's playing better? I would say by a tiny bit Mexico, but no one's been really good. I'll give Mexico a little bit of credit. A little bit of credit. Saying Luna is 20. Yeah, Luna definitely doesn't have 3 kids. Definitely doesn't have 3 kids. He has 1 kid and he's 20. I mean, that's a young dad, but as long as he's a responsible adult, that's fine. If he's 20 as a kid. So it looks like it's really hot there and they're having a water break. Water break. So far, United States 0, Mexico 0. Pretty bad game so far, Pete.
No, yeah, not a great game. But did you see Pedro Soma's little silky moves?
Uh-huh.
It's nice. we need more of that. More players like that, that can get out of sticky situations on their own.
Spanish development, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
Shakir's had a really nice delivery for Ramos on that set piece. But other than that, there hasn't been much.
Yeah, Ramos is not playing that well up top. We might have to try to give a look to Zambrano or Figueroa at some point in the second half,
Yeah,
probably.
let's see. But Mexico aren't playing that well either. I mean, they had the one shot just now from the header, but I haven't seen much from them otherwise.
Well, both teams don't have much quality. So when you don't have much quality, you don't create much. It's easier to defend than it is to attack in soccer. To actually create good goal-scoring opportunities, you have to have quality up top in the midfield. And outside of Pedro Soma, I'm not seeing much with this team. I give Berchimas the benefit of the doubt because I think he's supposed to be the youngest one in the roster, but at the same time, he hasn't done shit today. In the tournament in general, hasn't really done much.
No.
Maximo Bell saying, make a U.S. men's national team YouTubers team and play a YouTube World Cup. Do they have a YouTube World Cup?
I don't think they do, but even if they did, look at our options. It would be you, me,
Jake Landau,
Jake Landau,
Derek,
Derek and Brett, Max. What's that
Sam
guy?
retired. Sam retired, so we lost Sam.
We lost Sam. I don't know. You and I might have to carry that team a little bit.
American Ultra
Maybe
Talk.
Brett can play a bit. I don't know, but
American Ultra Talks.
Oh yeah, those two kids can play. Probably, I imagine. What about the MLS Moves kid? What's his name?
Will. I don't know if he
can
play.
He play? I don't know if he can play.
I would have to ask him. But I mean, I Show Speed is American and he's a YouTuber. Can we recruit him?
Yeah, he played. Didn't he play for Mark Goldbridge's team?
Yeah, and he did a lot of stupid shit.
People are saying Colin Reese.
He can juggle the ball 100 times.
Oh no! Can we get that furry guy with the bald bearded dude with the tiny shorts, the Berhalter lover?
He's not. No. We'll pass. But we can get B Ford Lance, or we can get Zealand.
Oh yeah, Zealand and Jake.
Yeah, Jake Zealand.
Jake Barford.
We can get the give and go guys, Reynoso and Soltero.
Yeah. What about the dead ball TV guys?
Dead ball TV. I just think that overall, I think if we did a USA YouTubers team, we would be in big trouble.
Yeah, huge trouble.
I think Brazil, Argentina YouTuber teams probably have a lot going.
Even England would probably wipe the floor with us.
No, I don't know, man. I've been watching those English channels. Those guys don't look like ballers.
Really?
Yeah. Like who? Rory Jennings? Mark Goldbridge doesn't even play those games.
No, he shouldn't. He's old man. What was I going to say, though? Also, you and I are coming off like multiple ACL surgeries. It's not exactly like we're in peak.
No, I've been playing a lot lately, so I'm back.
But you've still had 3 ACLs, right? So it's not like,
Yeah, I'm doing better. But yes, I'm definitely, I can't run like I used to, that's for sure. But I wouldn't be afraid of like a lot of these like English YouTubers, dude. They don't look very good. But so Berchimas had an accidental nutmeg right there. But it would be funny if they did that one day. They just did a YouTubers World Cup.
Oh no, there'd be money in it. People would watch because all those YouTubers bring audiences, right? So people would watch just for the fun of it.
I mean, Herc Gomez has a YouTube channel. Does that count?
Yeah, let's get Herc. Oh, we can get. Well, if we're going by that, what about Jimmy and Charlie? Can they still play? How old are these guys?
No, Jimmy Conrad can play. He played in the TST.
Okay, so if we get Jimmy and Charlie,
I don't know if Charlie still plays. Jimmy does. I don't know if Charlie.
Brian McBride.
No.
I'll just say my name is Shaq Moore. I'm the best 1v1 defender, so I'll defend you. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, there's a few names we can count. Oh, Jimmy Conrad has his own YouTube channel, so he does count.
Right.
So we can get Jimmy Conrad.
Watch this, Tack. They put the whole thing together, and then they pick the coach, and it's Greg Berhalter.
Oh my God, Berhalter coaches us.
He's gonna show us PowerPoints.
Oh my. Well, he would put me and you in a limited role.
Oh yeah, 100% limited role. He'd probably put Derek out before he'd put us. He'd be like, Derek has pace and power. Derek's like smoking on the field, like completely high out of his mind. He's like, well, he gave us a lot of verticality. The smell distracted a lot. a lot of the opponents.
Derek, Derek would be like those old school players that has like a beer and a cigarette in his mouth while sitting
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
sideline, just
100%.
like having a beer at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's going to reveal that he tried to send you and I home in a press conference after the game to display leadership.
I would just say this: if the only good thing we have for us is out of other countries, usually professional players don't become YouTubers. So we'll have a former pro at least. We'll have like Jimmy Conrad there because other countries don't
Yeah,
have that.
if we can get Jimmy and Herc, I feel like we're pretty good.
Oh, Alexi has a YouTube channel.
I don't want Alexi, dude.
Also,
He's like
very old.
55 at this point. Like there has to be an age limit. Otherwise, well, we get some geriatrics out there just because they, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not Alexi. He wouldn't make the cut.
I say like 45 should be the limit. Like if you're older than 45, you don't play.
How old is Jimmy Conrad though?
He's got to be older than 4. Yeah, he may not play. Whatever age Jimmy is, we'll say that's the limit.
He's 47. 47 is the
47 is the new limit.
limit. The Jimmy Conrad age limit.
What we do is we get Geoff Cameron and Breck Shea, and we get them to start a YouTube channel like 2 months before the World Cup.
Get them.
So you just have to do it for 2 months. It's part of your roster duties, and then we roster both of them. Oh yeah, Heath Pierce. Well, Heath Pierce doesn't have a channel, guys. He's a former YouTuber.
He got fired. Yeah.
Also, I don't know. Does it count that you're a YouTuber if your YouTube channel is actually a mainstream media outlet?
Well, Jimmy Conrad has his own though.
Jimmy Conrad has his own. Heath Pierce never had his own. He was employed by CBS on YouTube.
Yeah, he's just an employee that just made money off it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He didn't do it for the love of the game.
Maybe we should organize a friendly match for American YouTubers just for charity or something. And it goes to like pay to play. It goes to like an academy or something.
I don't think it would draw enough attention unless a lot of these former
Americans, no.
Yeah, unless a lot of like these former players decided to be a part of it and we rented out like a high school stadium.
Oh, we could get Johan Gomez. Doesn't he have his own YouTube channel?
He did, yeah. We can get Johan Gomez.
We'll get Johan Gomez. We'll be like, hey, he's a YouTuber. He'd probably be pretty good for us.
You know who had a YouTube channel? The Marcus Beasley.
Who?
The Marcus Beasley.
Oh, yeah. Well, Beasley might be above the age limit now, too, dude.
I'll make an exception for him.
Actually, is he really older than
No, he's the same generation as Jimmy Conrad.
He can't be. No, he's after Jimmy. He's only 42. He's only 42.
Yeah, he was with Jimmy, dude. Same generation.
Well, yeah, definitely get him if he's only 42. Him, Breck Shea, Geoff Cameron, and Jimmy, and then we fill it out with people like you, me, Yuri, Jake.
I think we can beat like the English YouTubers.
Yeah, with those guys we definitely can.
The only weakness would be like Jake Landau at the 10.
No, Jake Landau is the water boy, dude. His job is to.
I would not trust him to give me water.
No, I wouldn't trust him to turn around and try to tackle one of us with the ball.
Yeah, I don't think he likes us.
Kind of a backstabber. I don't know. We'd be like running with it, and all of a sudden he like kicks us, and he's like, "That's for being a shitty journalist."
No, below the basement credibility.
Yes, below the basement credibility.
Jeff Carey saying, "What happened to the furry Brazilian Fury? He's not furry. He's Fury, not furry. Fury. He has his YouTube channel. He's doing good." Let's see. Julian Viva is saying, just arrived to the stream. Is Materazzo really going to be the coach? When will he respond? There's no confirmation of Materazzo being the coach, and it has been reported by a very reliable reporter that there has not been any official offer for Materazzo. There has been interest from Materazzo in the job, and there has been some interest from U.S. Soccer, and at least talking to him, but he's not the only option. So no confirmation. Massimo Bell saying, Tack, you're Brazilian. Yuri play D1. Speed, we're set. Yeah, we're going to have to take more. We have to get a few former players. We got to get a few former players.
If we get a lot of good former players, I won't even play. I'll just coach.
Well, if we get a lot, I'll do the same. Try not to get injured.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos saying, what's up, guys? Since y'all have some inside information at times, I was wondering if you know more about how Dest's recovery is going. I don't have anything on Dest's recovery besides his like stories on Instagram, and he looks like he's moving, man. Look, don't expect Dest to be back this year. He's probably going to be back early 2025. I think that's the reasonable take there.
I mean, it could be faster. ACLs go a lot quicker now than they did before. But yeah, Let's just wait and see.
Yeah, we also don't need inside information for Des. He posts his whole life on Instagram.
Yeah. He should take an opportunity now to make some more TikTok dances.
Oh, trust
On the
me. He's probably gonna have a compilation reel of his recovery. He's making that.
Oh yeah, and then the day he comes back, even if he only plays 2 minutes, he's gonna be like, hard work, but I came back, and he's gonna have him like lying in bed, him cooking.
37 minutes, still not much has happened. As we talked about, when both teams lack quality, you don't see many quality shot creations happen or goal scoring opportunities. Gus is now saying, now you should organize a USMNT U-20 match. Listen, if what a save. Mexico almost scored. That was a cross, but it went towards goal.
Oh,
see that?
Baudry.
Good save from Baudry.
Very good save.
Look, if someone wants to organize that and there are sponsors that want to sponsor it and then people that want to actually buy tickets or watch it to generate money for charity, we will gladly do it for free. What me and Pete can't do is pay out of our pocket to organize this event that will cost a lot of money.
And hope people will watch.
Exactly. So if there are sponsors that want to go through that and all the money that goes through goes to charity, I'll do it for free. People do it for free and we'll help organize. I will gladly do that. Contact people. I'll gladly do that for free.
Where would we do it? Probably in Florida, no? Do it in Miami.
I think, Miami seems like a good location. Orlando, I can also get us a field for free. So that kind of helps.
So long as there's an after party in Miami.
Yeah, we'll do Miami, something like that. But again, it's kind of complicated to get this done. Maybe after 2026, if there's more interest in soccer in general.
Yeah.
Oh, what another brilliant save.
Oh, Jesus, Baudry is saving our asses so hard.
Baudry, that was a big-time save right there. Low, tough save from a header.
And this is our third choice goalkeeper at the U20 level, dude.
Is he actually much worse? So Cochin is definitely rated higher. Who's the other one?
Gavin Beavers, who's a starter for RSL and doing very well.
Okay. Yeah, the thing with our goalkeepers is shot stopping for a lot of them is okay. The problem is none of them can play with their feet.
No,
besides
except for Cochin. Even Beavers.
I also don't want a goalkeeper named Beavers. Right?
What if he was really good? What if he's Tim Howard? Would you make an exception?
Well, then we accept it, but at the same time, it's kind of like,
can we call him Beeves or something?
Yeah,
or just call him Gavin. Just call him
Gavin. Yeah, you don't want to keep saying and Beaver with the save.
Beavers.
What a save from Beavers!
It's like, and if he doesn't ever shave, he's like Harry Beavers.
I don't know, man. It just seems like the perfect goalkeeper to get sponsored by Buc-ee's, the gas station.
That's true. Or Manscaped, or Manscaped.
Or that TV show. Does that TV show still exist? The Angry Beavers.
I don't know.
And just see, Alexander is saying, I hope we don't bring our A squad to next year's Gold Cup. No summer breaks before the World Cup is a horrendous idea. No, we have to bring our A squad.
We have to, guys. It's the only competition we're going to have between now and the World Cup. We have to bring our... we have to.
Also, the 2026 World Cup will be in the summer, so it'll be a bit different. There'll be more of a break to start it, some games.
Yeah.
Look, the players will get vacation after the Gold Cup. They'll get vacation.
Yeah, they'll still get vacation time. We need it also because we're going to supposedly invite, some of these teams from different countries, and we need to stop playing CONCACAF teams. And outside of friendly windows, and even those are going to be very hard to come by in the next 2 years because of Nations League and World Cup qualifiers. It's going to be very, very hard. So any competitive games that we can get, particularly if they involve some foreign countries or like not foreign, but like outside of CONCACAF, then yeah, 100% we have. And also we need to get excitement going again. Like this summer has ruined excitement for the national team, ruined it. We need to go win something again. Perform well.
Yeah, we have to play. We have to play with our best players. It's our last chance to have a competitive tournament before the World Cup. Moise saying, Tack, imagine after all the time we wasted, they rehire Greg for a third time. Nightmares will come back. Seeing Tack react to Shaq. No, guys, look, that's not going to happen. But I promise you, if they rehired Greg right now, I would quit this YouTube channel.
They're not going to.
No, I know they're not going to do that. I'm just saying, like, if Greg is rehired, I'm not going to react to Shaq Moore being in the roster. I'm done covering this team. It's not going to happen. There's no way. Samuel Costa is saying, what do you know about Mateus Reis from Fluminense? I don't know much at all. I haven't been following Fluminense that much. They've been kind of crap this season, so I don't know much about him. Just to be honest. And that was a harsh tackle or a little bit of a flop. Let's see. No, that was a beautiful tackle. He got ball.
You got ball.
He got
Nice
ball.
tackle. Oh, he's overreacting, of course.
Okay, so say my last name is Beaver. Well, then you shouldn't be the goalkeeper for the U.S. men's national team. Look, if he's good enough, he's good enough. It doesn't matter what his last name is. He's good, he's good. And thank you, everyone that tuned in. If you just made it here, make sure to drop a like. Try to get us over 300 likes, maybe, if possible. Dude, the Moroccans found my video, The 7 Things We Learned.
Yeah, they found my video too, our post game. They're all mad.
They started calling me a stupid American that doesn't know where Morocco is. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I learned that Kevin Paredes said he didn't know anything about Morocco before the game. I didn't even know about that.
Was he talking about the country or the team? First of all, if he didn't know anything about the team, then that's on the coach who's supposed to bring a scouting report. Number one. Number two, if he's talking about the country, that is pretty bad because Morocco is a beautiful, amazing country.
Well, that, and if he doesn't know much about the team, yes, it's on the coach, but it's also on him. They literally just made it to the World Cup semifinals.
Yeah.
And is he gonna really pretend he doesn't know who Hakimi is, for example?
Did he actually say that? I didn't see that video of that.
I don't know what the quote was or what he was referring to, but all the there was like, I'm telling you, there was like 100 Moroccans in my video cursing me out as if I said it. I was like, I know where Morocco is. Oh, one-on-one missed. Go. U.S. scored. Oh, called off. Offside.
Oh, yeah, way off.
That will not stand. That will not count. This was the best, probably the second, or well, it's not a real one because he was off, right? Let's see. Yeah, he's off.
Yeah.
But okay, at least something happened in the game.
I know.
Tron Carter saying thoughts on the United States potentially hiring Materazzo. Tron, we're not going to comment too much on speculation. Yeah, we are. The U.S. is officially trying, but they also have other options. If he is hired, we're going to talk about it more and more. Just to oversimplify it, me and Pete think he's a good hire, but he's definitely not the best possible that we can get.
No.
So, but it's a good hire. We wouldn't have an issue with it. And then Jeff Bezos saying, Tack, did you see PSV's Brazilian-themed kit, by the way? I did not. Let me see that right now. Brazilian. Did you see it, Pete?
No. Was that the one they were wearing today against Feyenoord?
Well, I'm looking at it now. It looks nice, but I think it's just like, it's just white. And then it has like blue and green on it. It doesn't scream Brazil. Like, I'll put it here on screen. It doesn't really scream Brazil, but I get the idea. Like here, see?
That doesn't really look like Brazil at all.
No, they just put like Brazil's green, and if you look at the sleeve here, you can kind of see a yellow, blue, and green.
Yeah, but it's all like white, so it's got some accents that could be Brazilian.
They're trying to tap into that Brazilian market.
Oh, geez.
Oh, by the way, I think I'm getting old, man. I went to Disney yesterday, and I left early. I was getting bored.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we left early. It was really boring. Like they have this Star Wars land here in Disney, Galaxy's Edge. I thought it kind of sucked. And I love Star Wars. It kind of sucked. And they spend a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm not a big Disney guy. I'll go. My girlfriend likes it. I'll go sometimes, but it doesn't really do much for me. Oh, God.
Longmorn16 says, I understand beavers absorbs shots really well. No comment.
No comment, sir.
No comment. No comment. But yeah, let me know in the chat there. I want to get everyone's opinion about that. Do you guys enjoy? Well, look, I still love Epcot. Epcot, I think you would like too, Pete. It
Yeah.
seems like a more grown-ups theme park. You can go
Well,
there,
we're
have
planning to come see y'all in March, probably.
and then we go to Epcot.
Yeah.
Right. We're going. I think it's the only ones that are worth going is like Epcot or Universal. But since you'll be here, probably just Epcot. Not worth spending money on the other ones.
Oh no. If I come to Orlando, Nat's gonna want to do Disney. She's a fiend.
Okay, I'll
wanna do it
join
all.
you at Universal. I'll
Yeah.
join you at Epcot. Magic Kingdom. Too bad. Sucks
No,
for you, man.
That's fine. I mean, it's fine. We live here and we almost never go to Disney. So if we're there, I'll go with her.
Yeah, yeah. But Epcot is fun. It's more for adults. But everything else, like Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood, like Hollywood Studios, I don't know, man. I don't recommend. There's better things to do. Universal, I very much love though. Universal's really good. Like you go to the Jurassic Park area, the Harry Potter area. They're gonna start building a Pokemon area here. Nintendo, Universal, I love. Busch Garden's a good one if you like roller coasters. Busch Garden is a good one.
I do not like roller coasters. I used to when I was younger. Now it fucks it. I get really nauseous.
So definitely don't go to Busch Garden. That's not for you then. It's just roller coasters.
No.
So the first half of this, is it fair to just call this the ultimate battle of mid?
Yeah, neither teams looked great, but this is what happens when you're in CONCACAF, right? I mean, again, Canada is probably better at the senior level than Mexico right now, but in terms of youth players and all of that, wasn't this the final last? No, the final last time was Dominican because Mexico didn't qualify. That's right.
Yeah, they missed out. Mexico even missed out on the Olympics.
Yeah, and the Under-20 World Cup, and in the under 17 CONCACAF final, it was the USA Mexico, and we lost that one 3-1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and honestly, looking here at the first half, there was probably the first 25 minutes. Mexico, I think it's fair to say Mexico might have been a tiny little bit better. They had those two opportunities that our goalkeeper made good saves. But at the end of the day, it's been a very even game. It's about the same level. Both teams struggle to combine more than 3 to 4 passes. No player that really moves you, right? No player that you look at and you're like, wow.
No, not really. I mean, Soma has something. We'll see long term what that becomes. Shakiris has some nice set pieces, and I guess Beaudry has looked pretty good. How's he looked with his feet? I haven't really seen much with his feet under
pretty
pressure.
Bad in the entire tournament. I would say mediocre at best, like just like a regular American goal. I still think that if we're gonna talk about playing out of the back with a goalkeeper, I think Cochin might be the only one that we have right now.
Which then, if we don't get Cochin for whatever reason, why are we trying to play out of the back under pressure? We shouldn't be.
What's the update on that, by the way? Is he more towards the U.S.? Has he been with our youth teams, Diego Cochin, the Barcelona goalkeeper?
He has been with our youth teams. He's been injured a lot. He wasn't released for this tournament. From what I'm hearing, there's a lot of pressure internally to play for Spain. The thing is, Unai Simon is 27. I can't see him unseating him anytime soon. He has
a good 10 years still, yeah.
Yeah, at least 8 till he's 35. So it's like, are you really going to play for Spain or are you going to be a backup for them? And they have other keepers too. It's not like he's the only one. Even if he becomes a starter for Barcelona, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get the job right away, and certainly not by 2026. Now, there's a chance if he's the starter for Barcelona, he starts for us in 2026, which would be wild considering he's 18.
Wait, they're saying he could start for Barcelona soon?
Well, he's with the first team again this season. I don't think he's going to start for them, but they really do believe. My guess is they'll probably send him on loan somewhere, maybe the second division. If they don't send him on loan, I just don't know how he's really going to improve.
Yeah, I think it's probably time to send him to get actual real world experience, right? But Sam Hayes is asking, we can't play out of the back with Slonina. From what we've seen, not really.
So you can play out of the back if you're not under a real press. But if you're under a real high press, sometimes it will work. When you're not good with your feet, though, the problem is not just the goalkeeper. The problem is also the center backs. Can they play out of the back, right? So if it's Richards and Ream, maybe. But the problem is under a real, it's risky. Under a real high intensity pressure, it's very risky. You're better off going long with it and then moving your midfield line up to try to win that second ball.
Yeah, let's just put it this way. Slonina might not be horrendous with his feet like Matt Turner, but he's also not great.
Yeah.
OGR Sports, very mediocre game right now, but wow, you guys get attacked on X for no reason. Oh, well, I mean, today it was more of like Pete, but it's a common, like, it's a guy. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this guy specifically, but it seems like it's always the same 5 or 6 accounts, OGR Sports, that come after us, usually for no reason. It's very weird because
it was weird because I was minding my own business and he had a whole thread on me and how evil I am.
Like, yeah, what? Pete just tweeted something about like it was something about just like, hey, hire the best coach. That was like mainly.
And this was like 2 days ago. Also, he was finding old tweets from a few days ago to make this compilation, which were actually very normal tweets. I was like, dude, you can find a lot worse if you want to make a case against me. Apparently, I'm bullying Georgi Mihailovic by saying he shouldn't be on the national team. It's all the same old tactics. He's not well mentally, this gentleman, and I hope he can find some ways to recover. But yeah, if you come for me, you'd best not miss. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of weird interactions with this guy a few times. He has defended Mason Greenwood, which was very odd. He has defended Greg Berhalter's domestic violence incident, which was also very odd to defend. I mean, sure, me and Peter are not asking for Berhalter to go to jail for that. I'm glad he changed and improved as a person. I'm glad him and his wife had a happy marriage from what we've heard, right, publicly, had kids. But it's still there. It's not really something you defend.
Well, also, his excuse is, oh, he wasn't prosecuted. It's like, guys, anybody who understands the justice system means that the victim has to testify in order to prosecute somebody.
Well, also, Greenwood never came out and said, I didn't do it.
No, he never denied it. Never. The girl ended up being pregnant. We don't know exactly when that happened. They ended up getting married. Very likely, she didn't want to testify. And it's of course, her choice, but this happens all the time in domestic abuse situations where the woman doesn't want to testify for one reason or another, and so it's hard to convict the abuser. That doesn't mean he should be off the hook and you should be defending him. I'm sorry. And anybody who does that, especially somebody with a daughter, I really have to question their morality.
I mean, it's just weird because not even just someone with a daughter. I mean, everyone has a mother. A lot of people have sisters, like, or just a girlfriend, or a girl that is your friend, or just women in general, like,
or even just a basic conscience, like you shouldn't do stuff like that, like,
just like, just being a good person.
Yeah,
like you might have no woman in your life, no sister, no mother anymore, no girl that you like, nothing, but just being a decent human. That's all it is. But yeah, we're not going to get into it too much because people, they attack for, like, us getting attacked back, let's say, for a take or something right away. That's fine. That happens. We disagree. We attack people for their takes too. But there are people that just throw free shots for absolutely no reason. And
it's also different to like disagree with a take and to have a whole thread basically calling me a bully, saying that I'm bad for American soccer, just like shitting on me like for no reason. And by the way, sir, as far as bullying players goes, you've been shitting on Gio Reyna for 2 years in a row now. And all of a sudden it's not okay for me to say Georgi Mihailovic is not a good, like, the hypocrisy, it speaks to a lot just being mentally unwell, honestly.
Yeah, it's more like something to just ignore at this point. I'm trying to see if I can find something. No, I can't find it. I can't find it. I was gonna say he said something crazy. But never mind. Let's forget about.
Oh, McCarthyism.
Yeah.
And literally, I quoted Mitrovic for saying that he'd been in touch with Berhalter every day and saying that Berhalter had his fingerprints all over this roster. He's like, this is McCarthyism at its finest. First of all, if you're calling anything McCarthyism, bro, what century are we living in? And B, Do you know what McCarthyism is?
No, he doesn't know what it is. And here's the craziest part. That was like right after World War II, right after. And
Yeah.
then he was like, "Tak, you were probably on diapers when that happens." Like, brother, not even you were alive when it happened. You weren't born. My dad wasn't born.
Yeah. Next, he's going to be like, this is feudalism. That's what this is. I remember it.
McCarthyism was like in the late 40s, early 50s. But Isaiah Anderson Tak ranked these coaches for the U.S. men's national team: Hervenard, Materazzo, Pochettino. That is a tricky one, man. That is a tricky one because let's try to weigh this out. Hervenard is the only one of these three that has had some success, some good success with national teams,
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to club, he hasn't done as well. He's also not American like Materazzo, which, like me and Pete said, it's not the factor. But if you're at the same level, I would probably go with the American if it's the same level, the two coaches. Now,
Yeah.
Materazzo, on the other hand, he's never failed with the national team, but he's never succeeded with one. And then when it comes to club level, he's done better than Hervenard.
Right.
Has a German and Italian coaching education, which is really good. German coaches are usually very good. And has learned from Nagelsmann a lot, which is a very good coach. Now, Pochettino has had some success at the highest of the highest level. He also had some failures.
I would
And
say his only real success has been with Spurs, right?
Spurs, what did he do prior? Wasn't there something before Spurs with
Yeah,
Pochettino?
I think he was with Villarreal, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had more than just Spurs. And then Chelsea last season, he had a good bounce back late in the season.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth. He did better than the previous coach, right? We can say that.
Yeah.
With Chelsea. Because the thing with Chelsea is people will say he didn't do well with Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea was doing worse without him. So,
it was Espanyol and then Southampton that he did well. And then Spurs. So it was Espanyol first, and then Southampton, and then Spurs.
Yeah, so he's had some success. Tottenham, he did well. He made it to a Champions League final with Tottenham, which is quite remarkable for them. He also obviously
got
won
them in the
Liga.
top four.
Mm-hmm. And I thought with Chelsea, saying he flopped at Chelsea last season is a bit disingenuous. He didn't flop.
Also, I'll be honest, looking at that Chelsea roster, I think they finished about where they should finish.
Yeah, and he also made it to the cup final, the EFL Cup.
Yeah, like that. People think of Chelsea as a big club, but look at this roster right now, guys. This is not a top four club in England.
The dude had to work with Mudryk.
Yeah, well, a lot of these guys were just not top four like players. They just weren't. I don't think Klopp could have made them a top four team in one season. So I don't know. The Chelsea one's weird. He didn't do great at PSG, I will say.
And then, so I don't know if I had a rank.
I'd probably take Pochettino first. I mean, the diversity of experience and the caliber of his experience would probably be my number one.
I think the big thing for Pochettino here is he's bigger than all the players.
Yes. So is Renard. Renard might not be bigger than Pulisic, but he won't tolerate any bullshit.
He won't, but it might be like he's had cases. I think Pochettino has the experience managing the toughest egos in the world. He works with Neymar and Mbappe together. So he would find a way to work around that. While when you look at like Renard, you could see him running into an issue with one of the star players, and what he'll do is just not call him up, not try to work it out, just like he did to Ziyech, for example.
Yeah.
So probably Pochettino, and then Materazzo and Renard. That's really tough.
Yeah, it's very close. They both have pros and cons.
If Materazzo had one story of success with the national team, I would pick him over Renard over Heartbeat. I'll put that.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
And then let's see if I didn't miss. And people using like Hervé Renard's Olympics with the women's national team. Like, one, France is not that good. Two, they should have beat Brazil. I watched that game. They missed the penalty kick. The ref also tried to rig it with the extra time and all that. But again, it's hard to judge them based off that. And by no means me or Pete are specialists in the women's game. We'll watch the women's national. We'll watch the Olympics, World Cup. But we don't know. Like, where was France supposed to finish? Maybe he achieved what they were supposed to. Maybe he overachieved. I don't know well enough in terms of that.
Who did they lose to?
They lost to Brazil.
Yeah.
1-0.
Brazil's a good team.
Decent. Yeah, decent. It's been better. And Marta wasn't there too. She was suspended. So I thought it was a bit of an upset. Brazil didn't play well in the groups, even though Brazil put up a fight against Spain, and Spain are the current world champions. So,
Yeah.
but again, I'm not very well versed and knowledgeable in the women's game to give, I guess, well educated opinion.
Yeah. Same.
But just towards this game again, 0-0 for the U.S. and Mexico. Second half will start in about 5 minutes probably, and it's been what we expected in terms of just being the battle of mid. These are not good teams, and the best prospects from the U.S. are not here. The best U-20 prospects, we're missing our best prospects. In terms of Mexico, it might be their best prospects. Who knows?
Yeah.
Actually, they're missing Fidel Barajas and Obe Vargas.
Yes, and we're missing probably 10 to 12 players, which I'll talk about in the post game.
But you know what's interesting?
What?
They're missing two players that are probably among their best U-20s that were developed in the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how down bad they are, Liga MX. Very bad. They're saying Marta not playing helped Brazil. Maybe. I mean, Marta's still, yeah, she's a bit old. She's a bit ancient at this point, but she's still one of the greatest women players of all time. And I wouldn't agree with that. Um,
Who is the best women's player of all time? This is going to be super uneducated because neither of us really know. Does like Brianna Scurry have a shout out? I don't know. Like Abby Wambach? Does she?
Didn't Carly Lloyd win like 2 or 3 Ballon d'Ors?
I think she did. Didn't Abby Wambach too? Carly Lloyd, Abby Wambach.
But again, Abby Wambach, wasn't that more in the early days where the other teams were just so far behind?
Potentially. Hope Solo. I don't know. Michelle Akers. It's hard to say. You're right. I do think more recent matters because the rest of the world is starting to take female sports seriously. But Mia Hamm has a really good shout too.
Yeah, it's tough. One, we're not, like I said, well educated in this specific topic of like who's the best ever. Marta's definitely also up there. She's not American, but she's definitely up there. Marta. I would say Marta was probably, out of all the women players I watched, Marta might have been the most fun to watch during her prime.
Yeah. I never got to see her play, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, she was fun. She had a lot of that Brazilian flair with her, right? A lot of skilled moves. It was really fun. She was very fast. She used to be so fast.
All right, dude. Second half has started. I'll see you.
See you soon, Pete. Moise saying, Tack, Lula or Bolsonaro, who's worse? Moise, I haven't lived in Brazil in forever. I never lived in Brazil during my adult life at all. It's hard for me to tell which one is worse. One has gone to jail. The other one is allegedly supposed to go to jail. It's kind of like you're trying to pick, or you're asking me to pick which poop stinks the least. I don't know. Brazil's not in a good situation from a social standpoint. They're not in a good situation from an economic standpoint. Still a beautiful country that I very much love, and I go there quite a bit. I have family and friends there, but I haven't lived in Brazil in my adult life, so it's really hard for me to give you a actual opinion on that. But I mean, looking at the situation of the country, Lula was president for quite some time. Bolsonaro was president for one term. Lula's back now at the moment, and things are not getting better in Brazil. So, kind of hard to give you an answer there. Bad giveaway from Berchimas. Well, Mexico loses the ball, and that's going to be a throw-in. Carlos saying, Filippo, if the U.S. loses, will your excuse be that they're missing some of their key players? Why don't we wait and see if they're going to lose first? Why don't we wait? Have they lost already? They haven't. They really haven't. Greenman is saying Brazil now requires you to show them proof of income and pay stubs to visit as an American. Yeah, I think it's mainly the reason Brazil does that. It's kind of like the politics of, it's just like mirroring what the U.S. does to Brazil for some reason. I don't know why Brazil does that. I don't know why they do that. I did see Noah Lyles win the gold. I tweeted about it. He did a tremendous job. It was a crazy 100-meter dash, man. The dude won by by like a toenail. It was literally like a little toenail that he was ahead. It was his head, right? He put his head ahead, but it was just so close. It was a crazy, crazy 100-meter dash. The craziest I've ever seen, at least. Cross goes in from a corner, cleared from the United States. Cleared from the United States. And let's see if I didn't miss here. You came here. Oh, Jason Gooner. Let me ask you, are you Jamaican? You're Jamaican. You're Jamaican. You definitely didn't want to hear about Noah Lyles, did you? But hey, listen. Props to Jamaica because it's unbelievable how this country just is consistently good in developing the fastest people in the world for mans and women. Just massive props to Jamaica for that. How do you guys do it? The man and the woman, all of them. It's how do they do it? And obviously Jamaica had the fastest man in the history of mankind, Usain Bolt. It's just unbelievable how Jamaica does it. Something that has to be studied. Something that has to be studied there with Jamaica. Okay, free kick here from Mexico. Somewhat dangerous goal scoring opportunity here. It's going to be a cross. Ball goes in. Header. Nope. 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 Out of bounds. Out of bounds over the crossbar. Goal kick for the United States. So, like I said, Mexico has been a bit better than the U.S., but it's been a very even game overall. Drink the water in Jamaica, and you instantly gain 2 seconds over 100. Yeah, I gotta probably if I go to the TST tournament next year to play soccer, I need to keep practicing playing here, staying in shape, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Jamaica for like 3 months, just become much faster, much faster, and then I'll go play soccer. And yes, there have been 2 substitutions for for the US. No, I didn't see it. Oh, yes, there has been. Marco Zambrano and Javier Gozo have gone in for Ruben Ramos and David Vasquez. Ruben Ramos wasn't playing well, neither was David Vasquez, so those are good changes. But these are just forwards, right? Our midfield hasn't changed in our defense for the second half. Ivan Enriquez saying, how are we doing, boys? Kind of mid. We're not playing well. I'm just being honest here. We're not playing well. We're not playing well. But again, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're going to try to get a win here against Mexico. Berchimas cuts inside. Oh, banger alert. Banger alert. Berchimas 1-0 for the United States. Berchimas banger alert. 1-0 for the United States over Mexico. The U.S. men's national team U-20s over Mexico. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. 1-0 for the good guys. 1-0 for the good guys. What a beauty. Golazo. What a goal. What a goal from Berchimas. Cuts inside with beauty, shoots it with a nice curl. Unsavable, unplayable. 1-0 for the United States. Some things just never change. Who was in the chat again saying that I was going to make up excuses? Who was saying in the chat that I was going to make up excuses? Do I need to make up excuses? We're beating Mexico again with a beautiful, beautiful goal from Berchimas. Told you guys before the stream, the top players to watch out for were Pedro Soma, Berchimas, and Nico Sakiris, I believe was the other one we mentioned. And boy, did Berchimas deliver He definitely delivered. Trying to find here who shares the goals. I think it's Fox Soccer that share the goals. Yep, Fox Soccer that shares the goals. It's Ninfem Berchimas. I need to spell it correctly. Berchimas. One second, everyone. I'll be back there in a second. What a golazo. Dude, I'm watching it again here. Ooh, that was just too beautiful. 1-0 for the US against Mexico. I'm sorry, Mexico, that this summer just kind of sucks ass for Mexico. Just really does. Really does. They got grouped in the Copa America. They didn't play the Olympics. Ooh. Man, this summer really sucked for the US men's national team. We got grouped in the Copa America. We lost in the Olympic quarterfinal. But look at Il 3. Look at Mexico. If our summer sucked, look at theirs. Now it's up to the U.S. to hold on to this 1-0 lead. And honestly, it's not that hard because I can't see Mexico creating that many goal scoring opportunities. All right. All right. Our own Lamine Yamal. Nah, let's hold our horses there. Let's hold our horses there. It was it was definitely a beauty from Berchimas, but he still has a lot to prove. I mean, this is also a U20 tournament. Lamine Yamal was doing that in the Euros. This is a not such a great U20 tournament. But hey, props to Berchimas. He's also, I believe he's also the youngest player in this roster. And here comes the US. Oh. Okay. That was a flop from Xavier Gozo. Major flop. The ref told him, "Don't be naughty. Don't be naughty." And he listened. He definitely listened to the ref. He looked scared. Okay, I lost the game here for a second. Bring the game back. Bring it back. Where's the game? Sorry, guys. I know you can't see it, but I can't see the game right now. Xavier Gozo sucks. Yeah, he's not very good. He's not a very good player. He's not a very good player. And Jeff Carey, Spicy Jeff, is saying soccer is Mexico's national sport. Yes, that is the number one sport in their country. Yeah, it's been quite remarkable how bad Mexico's summer was. Ours was terrible, but it almost felt like ours was worse just because the expectations for us were much higher. But Mexico didn't play in the Olympics. They got grouped in the Copa America just like the US. They got grouped in the Copa America. And now they're losing at home to the US in the CONCAF U-20 Championship final. Yeah, the winger Gozo's not good. Not really a good player. At least I don't really rate him. Okay, 57 minutes, 1-0 for the United States of America. Berchimas with a golazo to give the US the lead. Can we watch the replay again? Can we play that goal again? Can we keep playing it? Beautiful, beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. By the way, 318 likes. If you just made it to the stream, get those likes up. Let's get them to 400, maybe 500 likes. It's a great way to support the channel. I appreciate everyone here. I appreciate all of you, everyone that supports the channel, and even the ones that don't support the channel, but just enjoy watching the content. Thank you very much. Okay, here comes Mexico. Down the right. Cross goes in, blocked. Blocked. In Mexico. No, ball's still in. Didn't go out of bounds. Mexico has it down the right flank. They're trapped. That'll be a throw in for Mexico. 58 minutes and 30 seconds. Ooh, over the crossbar shot for Mexico. Mexico's not really creating any meaningful goal scoring opportunities. They've definitely had the ball more than the U.S., and they have created some shitty chances here and there, but they're not really creating any meaningful goal scoring opportunities. Just like long shots and awkward headers, not really much more outside of that. And yes, everyone, please listen to Sam in the chat. No fake goal comments. Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Sam is a chat moderator, and he's also very much known for being a dictator. He'll block you or put you on a timeout. Put you on a timeout. Ball goes long. The U.S., try to play it through. Mexico clears it. 59 minutes. Good clearance now by the American defense. The ball's just ping-ponging one way, back and forth, back and forth. And now it's a throw-in for the United States in the final third here at Estadio León. Estadio León, United States 1, Mexico 0. Throw-in for the U.S. Ball goes through. Berchimas. Good pass through. Zambrano pass. Shot saved by the Mexican goalkeeper. That was a shot on target from the U.S., something Mexico hasn't really been doing. Mexico hasn't been hitting these shots on target. Tack, have you seen the comps and tweets from the Bernesi Twitter account on Endrick? Kid is getting a lot of hate. Yeah, Jeff, I look, when Vinicius went to Real Madrid many, many years ago when he was 18, right? He was signed before he was 18, and he arrived to play for Real Madrid when he was 18. People were doing the same shit and just hating on Vinicius. And Vinicius kind of sucked for 2 seasons when he was with Real Madrid. And I expect Endrick to struggle. There's a lot that he needs to mature, but the potential, the talent is there. And I think 2-3 years from now, we will most certainly see that from Endrick. But as of now, yeah, there's going to be people that are going to try to get clicks just by hating on an 18-year-old. That is actually really good, a very good player, a very high ceiling prospect. So Endrick is fine with that. He also got a lot of hate in Brazil. He's accustomed to it. I don't think he gives a crap. And I still rate him very highly. I still think he's a very high ceiling prospect, despite the poor performances lately and the struggle. I mean, I know Neymar went much older to Europe, but even Neymar, when he got to Europe, he struggled for a good 6 to 7 months. And we're talking about Neymar. And it was what? He was like 21. It's just complete nonsense. Neymar, one of the greatest players we've ever seen in this generation. He went to Europe much older at age 21, and he still struggled for multiple months while playing with Messi. Spicy Jeff, what are you doing, Spicy Jeff? What are you doing there? Because people are talking about Jeff. What is he doing? Trying to figure out what Spicy Jeff. I can't see. I didn't see what comment he was doing. Neymar's not overrated. Don't get me started. Neymar's not overrated. And here comes Mexico. Down the right, one-on-one, cuts inside, shoots. Horrible shot. That's a goal kick for the United States. Julian Cianes saying, we appreciate you, Tact. You could have had a Sunday and Friday with the family and friends, but instead you're here with us. Yeah, look, I've committed to covering the U.S. men's national team as much as I can. It wouldn't be fair to ignore the existence of the U-20s. So we're covering them. And if we don't cover the U-20s, no one's going to cover the U-20s. No one's going to cover the U-20s. So, yeah, I'm glad to be doing it. Besides me and Pete, no one's really been covering the U-20. I guess like straight red card, they cover the U-20s too. They've talked about it. But outside of that, no one's doing it. Jamie's asking, why aren't we playing out of the back? Well, we don't have the players to do that. We don't have the players to play out of the back. Our goalkeeper's not very good with his feet. Our center backs are not really ball-playing defenders. We're not playing out of the back because we don't have the players to do it. That's my opinion. And BMR 209 saying Tack doesn't really have friends, so it's okay. That is actually true. I am not going to deny those rumors. I'm very antisocial. I play soccer. I'm with my family, but yeah, I don't have many friends. Very lonely guy. Very, very lonely guy. Okay, free kick here for Mexico. And the Mexican player is just flopping around on the ground now for no reason. No reason, just flopping around on the ground like a freaking wild Magikarp using splash and just, oh. Dude, it just looks so embarrassing. And Jeff Bezos is saying Neymar's top 10 ever in terms of natural talent. I think natural talent, that's a fair assessment. I mean, I've said this before. If you look at natural talent in this the Messi generation, only Messi had more natural talent than Neymar. Now, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo turned out to be a better player than Neymar. That looked like a handball, but no call. That's a corner for Mexico. But in terms of natural talent, only Messi had more than Neymar. I am dead serious. Gonzalez saying, Tack, are you saying this about Endrick is good because he's Brazilian? Because if Endrick was American, you'd say he's not ready for Real Madrid. No. Endrick is not ready for Real Madrid. Endrick is not ready for Real Madrid right now. His nationality is irrelevant. But again, he led Palmeiras to a Brazilian league title. He helped Palmeiras win a state title. Can you name one American that's 17 that would lead Palmeiras to win a Brazilian title? I can't think of one, unless it's a young Christian Pulisic, right? But again, is Endrick ready for Real Madrid? No, he's not ready. Alan is asking, Tack, will you bring Freddie Adu onto your show? I've invited Freddie. He said in the future he'll try, but he said at the time he can't. That was Freddie's response. So he seems interested. Maybe one day I'll bring Freddie Adu. I'd love to have Freddie Adu. Jeff Carey saying, Tack, I'll be your special friend. No, thank you. No, thank you, Jeff. I'm a loner. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, Jeff. Ball goes switched. The U.S. recovers it. Kind of bad header right there. Doesn't connect with Berchimas. Minute 66. Mexico dominating possession. Ball hogging. Yeah. Are they even our rivals anymore? I don't know, man. Is Mexico even our rivals anymore? They can't really beat us. Oh, yeah. Xavier Gozo sucks, man. He's not good. We already talked about this. George is saying, so then R9 is number one of all time in terms of natural talent. No, George, in terms of natural talent, I think Messi is number one. I think Messi's number one in terms of natural talent. Cross goes in. Oh, Mexico just scored. Carrillo just scored for Mexico. The ball was like ping-ponging, bouncing around in the box like a freaking hot potato. The ball was saved once across the line, and then eventually Carrillo is able to finish it and tie the game for Mexico, I'm dead inside. Oh, I hate this sport. I hate this sport so much. 1-1. Oh, and Mexico pretty much scored close to the 69th minute. Why did no one just clear that shit? How does the ball just bounce around to the box for that long? Like one finish, two finish, and then the third finish they finally score. If no one clears it, that's gonna happen. How does it also go through like four players? I didn't jinx. I didn't jinx shit. I didn't jinx anything. Didn't jinx anything. Look, I can't take the blame for the US not knowing how to play defense. We can't blame my jinx for it if they can't play defense to save their lives. And all right, we're about to hit minute 69. You guys know what that means. Channel tradition here. Nice. We've made it. We made it once again to minute 69. United States won. Mexico won. A lot of rain here outside in Florida. Very nice. Very nice. We hit minute 69. Kyler is saying Spicy Jeff pays to flirt with Tack. In that way, Tack is basically an OnlyFans creator. I am probably the most broke OnlyFans creator then. The most broke out there. Because have you seen how much money the OnlyFans creators are making? They're making like hundreds of thousands, some millions, but a lot of them make hundreds of thousands a year. Some of them make 100,000 a month. And then I'm making like what is it, Spicy Jeff? How much? 60, 70, 80, $100 a month? I am the brokest OnlyFans creator in the world then. Wait. VAR. The goal might be called offside. The goal might be called off. There's no confirmation. We might be safe. We might be safe here. It might be very, very nice. Goal is no goal. No goal. No goal. Still 1-0 for the United States. No goal. Goal's called off. Don't cry, Mexico. Don't cry. Shit happens. Shit happens. Don't cry. Don't cry. I understand. I understand the pain. Kalio is saying, can the United States win the 2025 Super Gold Cup with Captain Pulisic? Let's first figure out who will be the ones that are the guest nations. I mean, if we bring like Spain, France, Colombia, Uruguay, Japan, I'm sorry, the US is not winning the Gold Cup. It depends on who we bring. If we bring those teams to the Super Gold Cup, if it's confirmed, yeah, man, we're not gonna win it. So let's see. Yeah, he was off. He was off. He was offsides. It was the right call. And Jeff Carey saying Canada needs a change. Rude to spying Canadians. No, they're still rude, Jeff. I mean, they spy, they cheat. They definitely cheat. But again, they're definitely rude. We went through this. The Canadians have been very rude to me on Twitter. Very rude to me on Twitter. Many times. I don't know why. I don't know why Canadians keep being rude to me on Twitter. No matter what I do, even when I'm nice to them, they're rude to me. Even when I'm nice to them, Jeff, they're rude to me. Mexico blocked. Now Mexico tries to go on a full court press here. Full court press from Mexico. And here comes the U.S. in transition. But it's Gozo, and he sucks, so he's not going to do anything with it. And he's just like falling around on his zone. Fight. Oh, and they're throwing cups. They're throwing cups. The fans are throwing cups. We have a little brawl here. A little brawl. Where's Tim Weah when you need him? Hey, Pete, what a goal.
Yeah, beautiful goal by Nimfasha. And then that was an offside goal. I didn't think it was, but it was.
It was.
Was offside. I'm a little surprised that we pulled off Pedro Soma for Taha Habrun.
Yeah, I thought.
Like Taha Habrun is an attacking player, and Soma's a bit more defensive.
Yeah, Taha's more of an 8 and Soma's a 6.
Yeah. So with the goal up and 15 minutes to go, that surprises me a little. Let's hope we can hold on.
Samuel Acosta, would you do a live podcast with Los Expulsados? Samuel, I don't speak good Spanish, and I've seen them before. They only speak Spanish.
Who is
So
that?
it's a Mexican podcast that calls out a lot of the bullshit in Mexico, the corruption and things like that.
Jack, you need to ban somebody from the chat. Username 1.
Let me see. I don't. Mods.
Guys, let's get username 1 out of here.
Oh, I see it. I'll ban him. I see it now. Ban username 1. Okay, he's banned. Bye, username 1. You're gone. Gone, forgotten. We won't miss you.
Waste of human space.
Yes, we didn't need you here. But yeah, I can't do a podcast with them if they only speak Spanish. I'm not good at Spanish. I can barely speak. I can understand it. Jeff Bezos saying, why is the lore with you and Jeff Carey? It's not me and Jeff Carey. Jeff is just flirting with every single YouTuber. I've even seen him hit on Derek.
Yeah,
Derek.
I think it's everybody. I get it too.
I think Jeff is just into people that are on YouTube.
He has a thing for YouTubers.
Yeah, so it's definitely not me and Jeff. It's Jeff and everyone on YouTube. Guys, you are asking what he said. He called me the N-word. That's what he did. If you guys want to know what he said. Okay, we don't have to give him more. That's all he said. So he's blocked, he's banned, he's out. That's all. Okay. So no, the break that we just had on screen was for hydration. It wasn't because of the chants. It was hydration. They're saying, who's the best U-20 prospect? I'd say Pedro Soma is one of them. He looked good today for the most part. Berchimas, he's the youngest one in this team, and he was the decisive factor here in this game. Outside of that, like the worst player I've seen in this tournament is the right winger, Gozo from RSL, the one that came on this game.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I have not been impressed with him in this tournament.
I've been impressed with how bad he is.
Yeah.
Jeff Carey's first crush was Pete. I think also Jeff's first crush was Pete. I do believe that too.
I don't know about that.
I still think Pete is like Jeff's number one. I still firmly believe that.
I don't think so. Don't think so here.
Yeah, we can just ask Jeff, if you had to choose one, be honest.
No, Jesus, dude, seriously.
Just go with Pete. But if you want to have a good time, go with Derek.
Yes. Or go with somebody who also wants you back. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah, I mean, Jeff, you're a man, so if you're looking for a man, you got to find a homosexual man. Me and Pete don't fit that category.
Who is also attracted to you. So there's two.
That too.
Criteria. He can't just be anyone. He also has to want you back. So
exactly. So it does narrow your options quite a bit because you got to find a homosexual man, and he has to be into you as well. So, but we're definitely rooting for you, just not with us. N1BBL3 is saying, can't believe this pitch. This is a pitch of a Liga MX team. Yeah, the field has been pretty bad. This is the field of Club Leon, by the way. Club Leon.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Aren't they they're in the Club World Cup next year, Club Leon.
Are they?
Didn't they win the CONCACAF Champions Cup like 2 seasons ago?
I thought they lost to Seattle.
No, Pumas.
Oh, that
Pumas
was
lost
Seattle.
Yeah. Leon, Pachuca, and Monterrey. Oh, and did you see? I think it was Don Garber that said it. He was like, "Oh, so the U.S. has to choose one team from the United States to play in the Club World Cup next year," and then he's like, "Yeah, we're not sure. We're gonna see if we maybe do the Leagues Cup winner or the MLS winner, or maybe depending, we'll use the one from like you're trying to put a scenario where it can justify to put Inter
But also,
Miami.
why is it up to MLS? Shouldn't it be up to U.S. Soccer?
It should, which is MLS.
Yeah, but like he shouldn't even have a say in who gets put in.
Yeah, but you know how U.S. Soccer works. But
oh, by the way, you're gonna love this. Go see my latest tweet about the empty stadium in Atlanta right now.
Are they playing the Leagues Cup?
Yeah, they're playing Leagues Cup. Felipe Cardenas put up a picture that somebody sent him from the stadium. So I don't watch Leagues Cup, but I quote tweeted his picture because Don Garber likes to talk about big buildings in Georgia. He sometimes forgets what city they're in, but I'd love for him to talk about how big this building is and how empty it is.
It's funny because out of all, there are games in the Leagues Cup that are actually sold out, but the one example Don Garber used is the one that's always empty.
But also the ones that are mostly sold out are the ones that Chivas, Monterrey, Club America, and Tigres are playing.
Well, and also some. Oh, here comes the U.S. Also, some of the U.S. franchise teams that are in cities that, like, there's not much else to do.
Yeah.
No offense to those cities, but again, when you go to certain cities in America, there are cities that you have more stuff to do, and cities that you have less stuff to do. Ohio.
Cough, cough. Utah.
Cincinnati. Oh my God, Cincinnati. What a cough. Sorry. If you're from there, I'm sorry. But it's true. Like, you want to compare things to do in Cincinnati to LA and Miami, like,
yeah,
or even New York. Like, New York has a lot of shit to do. Oh, the Cincinnati fans, they've been also been something else the next later.
Yeah, they've been wilding.
Someone said like Portland and Seattle. Well, those fans like show up for literally anything. Those ones. I think they might even sell out the Open Cup.
Yeah.
And they say, hey guys, big crowd in Ohio Stadium last night, Man City and Chelsea. Yeah, didn't they put out like 80,000? No, sorry. That was in South Carolina, but they put a lot of people too. I mean, Look, when people say no one cares about soccer in the U.S., it's a load of crap. There's millions of people that care about soccer in this country. Millions. Not one, not two, not three, many more. I would argue probably like around 15 to 20 million.
Oh, easily. Probably more.
Okay, so if someone says that no one cares about soccer and you have over 20 million people that do care about soccer in this country, that is bigger than a lot of countries on its own. Isn't that bigger than Netherlands? How many people are in the Netherlands?
I don't know, actually. Can't be much.
Netherlands population. Yeah, they have 17 million, the Netherlands. And they've made it to 3 World Cup finals. 81 minutes. Cross goes in, cleared by the American defense. And then Gozu will find a way to lose this ball. Yep. This guy is...
We got to hold on here. It would be fun to beat L3 in Mexico.
This is what? Okay, so anyone from Cincinnati right there, give me your recommendations to Cincinnati. Give me your recommendations, and then whenever I go to Ohio, I'll make sure to go to Cincinnati. But I look, I'm pretty sure it's not going to beat Miami or LA.
I have a friend in Cincinnati who keeps telling me to come. I want to go at some point.
Yeah, maybe it shuts my mouth. Maybe I go there. I'm like, holy crap, this city's awesome.
I'll tell you what. We went to Kansas, and there wasn't maybe too much to do. It was also the winter, but I did love their barbecue. So sometimes that's all you need is a really good meal somewhere.
Yeah. I'd say Kansas was okay. Not a place I would visit too often.
The new airport is really nice, by the way. Really nice.
American Ultras talk. He's like, I've been to Cincinnati a few times. My recommendation is to leave when you get there. Yeah, the barbecue in Kansas was good. The barbecue in Texas was really good too. And then American Ultras talk saying the Skyline chili is trash. Let me see. Skyline chili. Yeah, here's the thing. Cincinnati. Oh, it's a restaurant. It's a restaurant in What is this? Just like they just put a lot of cheese and everything? Let me put this on screen, guys. I'm sorry. I need to put this on screen. Skyline chili. This is what you guys are talking about? Just a bunch of shit with cheese? Like a hot dog with a lot of cheese, and then
Like when people say poutine is good, I'm just like, what is that? It's just potatoes and cheese.
that's like the president of Russia, right? Isn't it?
Poutine. Okay, I just got it. Yes.
Why why would I go to this place? What is this?
That does not look good. Whatever.
No. It looks
By
like
the way,
fake cheese also.
Audrey's been doing really well.
Very good goalkeeper today. That looks like fake cheese also. Look at these fries. They don't look good.
No, that seems if that's your biggest hype, I don't know, guys.
What is this Costco hot dog loaded with cheese also?
Costco hot dog loaded with cheese. Guys,
You never had a Costco hot
dogs are
dog?
not good. No, I avoid the Costco food no, I'll shop from Costco, but I don't get food there.
The pizza is the best cost benefit pizza in America.
I don't care. It looks and smells terrible.
It saved us in Hawaii too. Cheap. Jack is saying, did you see the game Cal today? Why we host in the Midwest? What game in Cal? What is he talking about? Isn't Cal like California?
Yeah.
That's not in the Midwest.
I don't know what are they talking about? What
I
game?
don't know. I put it on screen. He said, "Did you see the game in Cal? Is Cal Cali that he means California today?
I don't know.
Why do we host it in the Mid W? That's Midwest. I don't know. I don't know what game he's talking about." And then Jeff Carey's saying, like I said yesterday, 3,000 plus Olympic medals for the United States. And the second is Great Britain with 950. Yeah, we've been dominating the Olympics as always. Have you, Pete, let me ask you one thing. Have you ever had the Costco pizza?
No, but it doesn't look good.
Try it. Trust me.
I'm trying to eat less.
I promise. Look. If you buy it and you don't like it, I'll personally send you the super chat of the cost. If you don't.
All right, I'll try it.
Everyone's saying in the chat too. Like Mariano is the same thing. She wouldn't want to eat it, and then I took her. She's like, "Oh, this is actually good."
But was it good because you paid 99 cents for it, or was it good?
No,
because
it's just the cheese is like, it's very cheesy. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's not like high quality pizza. It's not the best pizza you'll eat. It's easily better than Pizza Hut, Domino's, those ones. Easily better and cheaper. I would just try it, and then you tell me what you think. I mean, if you say you don't like it, I'm okay with that. Like it's not a crazy take. It's not like the greatest pizza in the world, but try it.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm going to go prepare for the post game. We're not going to do too long of post game, guys. Maybe like 20 minutes. But I do want to talk a little bit about looking forward for the Under-20 World Cup and the players that we have and how this team needs to evolve and change as we move forward. But let's hope we can hold on. They have extra time if Mexico score, right?
Mexico ain't scoring.
They got close.
I just believe just trust me. They're not.
All right. I'll see you at the post game.
Guys, we're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. Pete's channel. Okay. We're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. Jeff Bezos saying, Pete, what are you planning to do in Amsterdam, if I may ask? Oh, you don't want to get him started with that, man. There's probably a few things he wants to do in Amsterdam that he probably shouldn't be sharing here. At least not on my channel. We're going to go to 11 Yanks after, and then you can ask him there. I'll remind him there, but there's probably a lot of things he probably should not be saying here on YouTube. Don't even get me started. All right, still 1-0 for the U.S., 87 minutes. 87 minutes. Ooh, cross goes in. No one through. No one there. Yeah, I don't know what Pete's going to be doing in Amsterdam, but you know what they say about Amsterdam? I don't know, actually. What do they say about... I actually don't know what they say about Amsterdam. I was about to pull like a very cool quote, and then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait, you know what they say about Amsterdam? I don't know. I don't know. What do they say about Amsterdam? Netherlands has been a place I always wanted to visit. It's a country that fascinates me. It's just incredible how much talent they've produced in soccer. Um, with the population they have, and well, resources they have a ton, right? The Netherlands is a very rich country. Um, but yeah, I don't know what happens in Netherlands stays in Netherlands. No, that's Vegas. Yeah, that's not Netherlands or Amsterdam. Um, we can try to come up with something right now. And here comes Mexico down the left. 89 minutes. Derek said you're a prude. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I'm a prude. Maybe I am. Vegas Gunner is saying, question: what do you think happens to MLS once Don Garber runs out of investors willing to pay the franchise fees? They tried to get Bill Foley to buy Vegas franchise, but he bought Bournemouth instead. Well, look, I'm not saying MLS is a pyramid scheme because it truly is not. But the business model reminds us a lot of it. And they have been living, right? A lot due to these franchise fees. I don't know. I think there will be a major issue with MLS if they have a asset devaluation or someone doesn't want to pay. Usually, the way pyramid schemes work, and I'm again not saying MLS is a pyramid scheme. I'm just saying the business model does have a lot of that, but they have an actual product, so it's not really a pyramid scheme. But what normally happens is when you run out of suckers to pay, some people have to start taking losses and things start to go south, and sometimes the whole thing collapses. Now, I don't think MLS is in danger of collapsing, but if something like that happens, the investment will go down by quite a bit. The salary cap probably won't rise, and they'll have to play it safe. But I just don't want to speculate on that. I think MLS has a lot of issues, but that would probably not be a good thing for U.S. soccer. 5 minutes added, 5 extra minutes here. Uh, Will K. Gonzalez saying, why do the Dutch love their windmills? They do. The Dutch love their windmills. Do they have a lot of windmills in Netherlands? We can look it up on Google. Why do they love it so much? Maybe for energy? I don't know. I don't know. Someone from the Netherlands, can you guys answer to us? Like why does the Netherlands love windmills so much? Why do they? I honestly don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. Let me see. Is anyone answering about the windmills? No, no, I don't see it. No one really knows. So Thomas is from the Netherlands, and he said here to make land form water, saying that's the reason. Okay, Stuart Hawkins is on with 3 minutes to go. Ball goes in, saved by the American goalkeeper. And we got 3 minutes to go here, and the United States are about to win and lift the trophy for the CONCACAF U-20 Championship. They're saying Netherlands means under land. Land is below sea level. Yeah, that's why in Spanish, very often you hear them refer to the Netherlands as Países Bajos. Países Bajos. How many likes do we have in this stream? We have 393. 393. I'm staring at it right now. Let's try to hit 500 before I end the stream. Can we try to hit 500 likes? It would just look cool. That's all it is. Just trust me. Trust me. It will look cool. So please, if we can. We got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes here. And the U.S. is still holding on to this 1-0 lead. Okay, throw in for the U.S. We're just trying to hold the ball and waste time up top right now. Now we got less than 2 minutes to go. Throw in for the United States. 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Good pass. Nice little chip pass. Cruz Medina will hold the ball up top. 1 minute and 15 seconds. And the U.S. still has it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We still have it. We're still wasting time. Down near the corner flag. Throw in for the U.S. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go for the United States to defeat Mexico here. Short throw in. And that'll be a goal kick for Mexico. Mexico will probably have one more attack. This might be the last one, actually. Mexico in possession. And they kind of still have it. Nope. The U.S. clears it. Free kick. Yellow card for Cruz Medina. We got 40 seconds. 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds to go. United States 1, Mexico 0. Do I think MLS and Liga MX teams have a chance against Brazilian teams? I mean, against some Brazilian teams they do. It depends, right? Which Liga MX teams, which MLS teams, and which Brazilian teams. The Mexican goalkeeper has the ball. This will be the last attack of the game. He tries to go long. We're him in it. This is game, ref. Ref, the game is over. The game is over. Can we just end it? Here comes Mexico. Last play of the game. Just clear it. Clear it. That's a free kick for the U.S., and that will do. That will do. The U.S. men's national team U-20s defeat Mexico, and we are the CONCACAF U-20 Championship champions. First and only trophy of the summer. It's not over yet? Ref, how many more minutes? Out of bounds. That's it, ref. Ref, end the game. End it. Mother liquor. We're already at +6. When does this end? We're already at +6. What is going on? What is going on? Mexico scored. Rigged. Rigged game. Rigged game. The ref added 5 minutes. And Mexico scored at the 96. They scored after the 96. This is so rigged. You can't make this stuff up. This is so rigged. They rigged it against the United States, man. This was rigged, man. It was a minute and 30 after.
Minute and 30 after. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And did you see the Mexico coach screaming at Michael Nessian like he's fucking 5 years old? Like, have some class in when you score, you clown. So does that mean we're going to half an hour of extra time now?
Oh, my goodness.
I can't do a post game. I got to get to set, dude.
What time is your set?
I have to be on set at 5. So if this goes another half an hour plus penalties, there's nothing I can do. But maybe since it's going to be a boring, unless they score, right? Like No, but
No,
even
it's
if they
over.
score, we still do the 30 minutes. Yeah, fuck. Jeez.
Dude,
Oh, he's
it was
still yapping. What a piece of human shit. What is he doing? Focus on your own team.
also like I don't get it. The game was over for a
No,
minute
it was 2
30.
minutes past the 5 minutes of extra time he gave.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
No, I didn't jinx shit, guys. I didn't jinx anything. It was rigged. The ref was just letting Mexico play until he scored. Also, why did we concede so late?
Yeah, shitty. Shitty.
You can't be late to set on set, right?
No.
No.
No. No, I got to be there at 5. So that's why I'm dressed like this. Don't usually dress like this for streams. I was going to do the stream until 4:30 and then leave.
Oh, so you were gonna literally like have to end it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to do a 30-minute stream and then hop in the car. The set is half an hour away. It's tight, but I figured.
So even if we go there now, we can't stay live until it's all over. You're not gonna watch the end, are you?
I probably won't be able to.
It's 30 minutes plus
30
penalties.
minutes plus penalties.
That's 45, 50 minutes, yeah. You would probably miss the penalties if it goes to penalties.
Yeah, that's the worst part because this is going to be boring.
Well, yeah, both teams are not really gonna.
It's gonna get, both teams are tired. It's gonna get cagey. The Mexico coach is not going to coach anymore. He's just going to yell at people.
He literally just added time until Mexico scored. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep playing this until Mexico scored.
Bullshit refereeing. Bullshit. And then as soon as they scored, he blows his whistle.
What time are you back from set?
Late. We're shooting until 9 or 10.
Oh,
It's
midnight.
just one scene I have to shoot, but it takes 5-6 hours to set it up and all that.
I was gonna say either we can do it right after set. You might just miss the penalties, or tomorrow. The problem is tomorrow I'm not home till late.
I also don't know if anyone's going to care tomorrow, dude.
Well, especially if we lose too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Also, I didn't really want to watch another 30 minutes of this.
No.
I'll
stay with you as long as I can, but when I've got to go, I got to go. So.
Yeah, go whenever you have to go because they haven't even started. So it's at least 30 minutes just of playing.
Yeah. And
actually more, right? Because if we score, he might add an extra 10 minutes for Mexico.
He's going to add time. So there's going to be time added. And then they stop at halftime, right? At the 15-minute mark. So that's going to be a break. It's tough.
I would say this game is probably not going to be done till like 8 p.m. my time.
I'll just talk about the things I wanted to talk here on your stream tag because I'm not going to. There's no way. It's already 4:07 my time. I have to leave absolute latest by 4:40. Even if there's no penalties and we just do the full half an hour, it's going to be 4:40. I'm not going to have time to do a stream.
Yeah. Mike is yours.
Yeah, no, really, I just wanted to talk about the Under-20 World Cup, which is 15 months away, and how many players. I don't know if, when you watch this tournament, it's like how many guys here really have a senior team future. It's hard to know. Probably not a lot. But there are a lot of guys that do have a potential senior team future, maybe, that either weren't released or weren't selected for one reason or another. There are at least 10 or 12. I'll start with the two keepers, right? Diego Cochin was not released by Barcelona, which, to be honest, like, they should have released him. It's not like he's their number one. He's training with them, right? Like, he's going to be their number 3. Maybe he's going to play in the set, with the second team, but that's not as important, to be honest. He can miss, but he wouldn't have missed any games. The season hasn't started. So there's him. Then obviously there's Gavin Beavers, who's there as well, who's starting for RSL and looking pretty good. Then, 4 center backs were not here. One of them is Josh Winder because he was injured. We already saw him at the Under-20 World Cup last year. And then you have Mattia Kambani, who's getting some minutes for DC United. He's not here. You've got Grayson DeToni, who is with Bayern Munich's 2 team. another potential young center back. And most interesting of all is Noah Kai Banks, who looks like he's going to be with Augsburg's first team this year. And he's still 18 years old. So they had him in a first team friendly. I mean, he was on the bench, but he was in that roster the same day that the second team was playing a competitive game. So more than anything, that tells me that Noah Kai Banks is very likely going to spend he's going to be with the first team a lot this season, if nothing else. And so with Augsburg. So that'll be very interesting to watch. And then there's left back, there's a kid named Peyton Miller who just broke through at the New England Revolution. He's only 16 years old. But just for comparison, Nolan Norris has also just recently broke through with Dallas, the left back. He's 19 years old. So, I mean, I'm not saying Peyton Miller is going to be the guy or anything, but he does seem to have a bit of an edge from it's early days, very early days. But he's another guy that could be there at the Under-20 World Cup. And then obviously you've got Ben Kremasky, who should have been with us in this midfield. And this is his level. And I think he would have been a great addition to this team. But for whatever reason, we wanted to bring him to the Olympics for the Messi mania. Then you have Christian Fletcher, who I don't know if DC United didn't release him for this or if he was not selected. But either way, he would have been a very good option on the wing. And then, of course, you've got Cole Campbell. Is that his name? Cole Campbell?
Yeah, the Dortmund one.
Yeah, the Dortmund kid. 18 years old. Dortmund didn't want to release him either. So those are like right there, 6, 7, 8, 10 guys that make us better. And then I want to talk about 4 different guys who in 15 months could be an option for the World Cup team, depending on their development, because 15 months is a long time for, it's a long time in under 20 development years. You've got, Jack Mize, who's been with Dortmund's under 17s and absolutely crushing it. And it looks like he might get promoted to the Dortmund under 19s this year. You've got Maxi Carrizo, who's still mostly playing with NYCFC's, 2 team. But again, 15 months, let's see what he looks like. And then, of course, you have the all wonder boy, Kevin Sullivan. We'll see what his progress and development looks like in the next 15 months. But if he is playing in MLS for 15 months, he probably should be in the roster, certainly over a guy like Gozo, right? Mm-hmm. And then another kid that doesn't get as much hype as Kevin Sullivan, even though he's the same age, and went to Dortmund instead of signing an MLS contract, is Mathis Albert from the LA Galaxy. And from what I have seen of Mathis Albert, he looks a lot more like a high potential player. Not saying Kevin Sullivan doesn't have that. He probably is a good player. But there's a lot to like about this Mathis Albert kid. And he's now going to be with Dortmund's under 17s this year. Then there is also Julian Hall, who's starting to get minutes with Red Bull's first team. He's 16, 17. We'll see what he looks like over the next 15 months. I'm not as high on him as some other people are. But so you're talking about 10 guys that would make this team better, and then another 5 guys at least that we have to monitor over the next year. And we could have a very strong under 20 team if we can get all of them. So although this team may or may not win this game, we're missing a ton of guys.
I mean, based off what you're saying there, if we get half of the players you mentioned, this is already a completely different team.
Oh, yeah. Completely different, right?
We don't even, because I'm sure we're not going to get all of them, because you mentioned a bunch of those players. And if any of them are playing for a senior team for their clubs, there are good odds that they won't go to the U-20 World Cup. We know how that is.
Yeah, it depends where they're at, right? So, like, Ben Kremasky, where they release him, I don't know. But, like, if Noah Kai Banks is sitting on the bench, for example, for Augsburg and playing intermittent minutes, they might let him go. Mm-hmm. Diego Cochin, would they let him go for the experience? Hard to say. Gavin Beaver, it's just you don't know. But also, we have to negotiate these things. Mattia Kimbani could have been here. He's not playing that much for DC. Like, there's a lot of guys. Peyton Miller, some of these guys do release. Credit to Philly, they release their guys for almost everything. So,
yeah, I just don't think that U.S. Soccer does a good job with negotiating any of that. Ever.
No, they really don't.
I don't know if it's just they're bad at it or they just don't really put in any effort.
Well, I think with the Olympics, for example, they really liked that they could. We don't even know how much effort they put in for some of these guys because they wanted to bring their MLS boys.
Yeah. I mean, I pointed that out on the 7 things we learned. They literally promoted MLS in the U.S. Soccer article when the roster was out for the Olympics. It
Yeah.
was a bit weird. Like MLS promoting MLS is one thing; it makes sense. But they had the title of the U.S. Soccer roster announcement, and right at the first sentence, like 17 out of the 18 players have played in MLS or came through an MLS. Like, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
Uh, Kyler's saying the Mexican players are disrespectful and dirty. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree of the senior team. Well, it's the way their style of play with it. Zach is saying Mexico versus Honduras all over again. Yes, that was in the Nations League. That was for the
Yeah.
senior team in the Nations League. Javier Mercado is saying this isn't anything new with Mexico in extra time. No, it's not.
Nope.
Jeff is saying, Dear Tack, you will always have me. No, I'm good. I'll just,
Straight
I
from the
got one.
horse's mouth. Straight from the horse's mouth.
Jeff. Carolina Madureira is saying, haven't watched the full game, but it looks like we've been outplayed. Mexico 22 shots, US 4. I wouldn't say we got completely outplayed. Mexico definitely looked a bit better at times, but a lot of the shots were like long shots that were just
Yeah.
horrible shots. Like Mexico didn't really create that much. They were
Also, I do want to
maybe.
say, I think taking off Pedro Soma was a mistake.
Yeah, why did he do that? Was Soma gassed out because of all the games, maybe?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. He didn't look that gassed out to me. And in terms of defending, he's also at aerial presence, and we conceded that goal aerially. So there's a lot of, I don't know, there's stuff to question.
Yeah. But no, I wouldn't say Mexico dominated. They were better, slightly better. Jeff Carey said, Pete, you look beautiful tonight from Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it deeply.
Oh, 97 minutes and Marco Zambrano with the long shot. It was kind of close. Good try. Not too close. Alexander saying, I think the concern in this generation isn't as great as our golden generation. Don't see much pressure on the senior team from the young guys. Yeah, a couple things. One, I don't really like calling our current generation the golden generation. That's one thing. But yeah, it's fine if you all want to call it. But it does feel like our U20s, the level is lower than what we have now. You don't see any players in our U20s that you would compare to Pulisic, Reina, Richards, Balogun, Musa,
No.
McKennie. Like you don't see it. So it looks like we might drop a level. But again, the results we're getting with this so-called golden generation has been the same as we always have gotten, at least under Berhalter. It was always the same crap. So
yeah.
Jeff Bezos saying, Tack, can you wish my friend, wait, let me read this.
Nope.
Dixon.
Don't read it. Nope.
Yeah, don't read. I got it. So good luck, Dixon. Oh, Jeff asked you a question you left before, Pete. He asked, what do you plan on doing in Amsterdam? And I said some things you can't say, but
no, we're just going to visit. Well, we're not only going to be in Amsterdam. We're actually staying with a friend in Utrecht. We're definitely going to go around and see different places. We're going to try some of the things that Amsterdam is known for, stuff that's legal over there, and also here in California. I'm not sure how much I can say on, but yeah, but mostly we just want to eat food, hang out with some people that we know there. There's a really cool city called Gurtheim or something that I want to go see. They don't have roads. It's all water canals. So it's houses and buildings, but there's only water. It's like Venice, but in Amsterdam. So I kind of want to check it out because the pictures look amazing. So we're going to definitely do that. There's apparently a skating parade that we're going to be a part. I don't know. My friend in Utrecht is organizing a lot of it. So.
Okay. Now you guys know what Pete's doing in Amsterdam. Oh, in Netherlands in general, right? You're going different places.
Yeah. I mean, in Utrecht, I should probably try to catch an Utrecht game. Paxton and Taylor Booth.
Yeah. Maybe you should even try to meet up with them. They don't really seem like very fun guys, but maybe a hi.
I kind of just want to watch them play soccer, maybe a high five.
Yeah. And hopefully they play well and you can say, good game, boys. Good game. Go to one of the bathhouses, Pete. Good times.
No, that's something Jeff might enjoy more. Thank you, though.
Yeah. It sounds like a good pass.
Hard pass or soft pass, depending on how you look at it.
Soft pass. Yeah, very soft. Flaccid pass.
Oh, Baudry.
Flaccid pass. Cross goes in. Ooh. Baudry again. Good game from Baudry today.
Yeah, Baudry's probably man of the match if we win.
And if we go to penalty shootouts, might even, overemphasize that what you just said.
What a great save. And again, dude, that's our third best under 20 keeper.
Looking better than some of our senior goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Every time I watch these games, it just reminds me of how bad CONCACAF is.
I know.
Every time I watch these CONCACAF teams play. By the way, we should tell everyone here too. Guys, I don't know if you want to tell everyone that we're going to have a guest on your channel and my channel the next 2 weeks.
So the guest actually canceled or had to postpone until next week for me.
Okay, that's the same week I'm releasing it too.
So what I'll probably do is I'll release the week after you.
Yeah, well, we have different topics anyway, though.
Yeah.
It's different topics. Like I'm going to talk about the World Cups there. That has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And then I guess we obviously end up diving a little bit with the U.S., but it's a different discussion. Yeah, everyone, we're going to have Tab Ramos on both channels very soon. So just keep an eye out at 11 Yanks and Tactical Manager TV. It'll be different episodes, different topics, different release dates. So you guys are going to get a lot of Tab Ramos the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Free kick for the U.S. Dude, are you going to acting class or it's like a gig?
No, it's a gig. It's a gig. I just have a co-star, just one scene in a TV show.
Friday night.
Well, they've been shooting all day, but my scene doesn't shoot until it's Sunday night.
Oh yeah, why did I think it was Friday?
I don't know.
Feels
like Friday a little bit.
Right? I think it's because it's raining here all day because of the hurricane thing.
Yeah.
Jeff Carey said, I've been to the red light district. What's that?
That's in Amsterdam. That's the red light district where they have all the ladies of the night standing in the windows, and you pick the one that you want, or you go in via that way. I mean, they're not fully nude. They're wearing lingerie and stuff.
Okay, Jeff. Hope you enjoyed it.
Can we turn that into a geography thing? Any fun facts about Amsterdam, Jeff?
Without involving the ladies.
Yeah. No, population size. I don't know, canals.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a place that Jeff would show up.
I didn't get any calls. What?
I'm live.
Oh, you're live?
Yeah.
I don't know what she said, but it would be kind
She didn't say anything bad. I just didn't. I was like, I'm live.
I was about to, though.
You were about to say something bad? Oh, Spicy Jeff might like to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't say
Spicy
anything
Jeff
bad
is
with
a guy who
Spicy
really
Jeff
likes
in the
to
chat.
do that. And a few other YouTubers. There's a lot of love there.
Well, he is spicy after all.
Well, that's how he got his name.
Yeah, he's very spicy. Too much.
Yeah.
Joseph Gades is saying, imagine U.S. Soccer announced a new coach while Pete works. I mean, there's a very high probability that they will announce it when me or Pete are working.
Well, I'm probably going to be in Europe when they announce it because I'm leaving on the 27th for our Europe tour.
I go back to coaching in 2 weeks, so I'm probably going to be coaching at the time they do it.
Yeah.
Rocco222 said, what content from you guys are in the incoming weeks? Well, we already told you guys one of them. We're going to have separate episodes with Tab Ramos with different topics. So we'll have an episode here. We'll have an episode on Pete's channel with Tab Ramos. For myself, I have this week an episode with Adam that I'm going to record that's going to be more about a summer recap, just a recap of the shit summer we had. And then after that, in 2-3 weeks, we start the Americans abroad. That's all I have. Like, I'm gonna also be trying to take a bit of a break the next 2 weeks. We're gonna still have content, but just like tone it down a little bit until they announce a new coach. And Pete, what do you got?
So this week I have a I don't know exactly how many it is yet, but probably 7 things that the new coach needs to do. Like 7 priorities. Whenever we get the new coach, these are the 7 priorities he needs to do. So I have a video coming out about that. I'm going to possibly try to get the American Soccer Council together for a recap of the summer and also a look ahead. And then Todd Ramos's video. And then after that, it's USMNT top 10 on the weekends. But a little bit more of a break also, yeah. My mom is coming to visit on Thursday for a week. So I'm going to be mostly showing her around and stuff.
It's a good time for us to take a bit of a break after this.
We need one, honestly.
Yeah, so the first half of extra time is over, and the U.S. and Mexico are still tied 1-1. Mexico looked better for those 15 minutes, but it's still 0-0. And it's looking more and more likely that we're going to go to penalty shootouts. And then Pete's going to go to work and miss the penalty shootouts. Thiago Martins, welcome back. So are you guys watching the U.S. women's national team? If they're still... we've been watching... I missed yesterday's game because I was at Disney, but I had watched all the group stage games before, and they're going to play now... we play Germany, if I'm not mistaken, and on the other side, it's Spain and Brazil.
I might do a watch-along for Germany.
That'd be a good game. When is that, Monday? Tuesday? Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday, I could potentially do one.
Yeah, I think it's on Tuesday.
Guys, let me know in the chat if you want a live watch-along for the women's game.
Against Germany on Tuesday.
Germany.
I won't be doing it, but then we can go to 11 Yanks and do that one. And then Steven Agishi saying, you guys are going to Amsterdam? No, Steven, I'm not going to Amsterdam. Pete's going there, not me.
I'm doing Germany, Amsterdam, Italy, and Scotland.
Jeff Carey saying XXX is Amsterdam's coat of arms. Serious. Okay, Jeff.
I don't know about that, Jeff.
Yeah.
I think Jeff dreams a lot of things or hopes for a lot of things to be true and then just says them.
Yeah, trying to speak it into existence, maybe?
Yeah, it's what not projecting. Affirmations.
Uh-huh. Jeff Bezos is saying, have fun, Pete. Lots of Moroccans, no joke, in Utrecht. So watch out, I guess. Well,
hey, I have no problem with Moroccans. They're lovely people.
Yeah, I mean, they already beat us this year, so they're not going to do anything anymore.
Yeah, and they deserved it. They deserved that. They were fair and square for that win. They're, the fans might be a little pissed at me right now, but that's fine.
And then he said, I would still suggest This Is Holland, if you remember.
This is Holland.
There's a place he told you to go called This Is Holland.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that written down. Okay, I'm going to delete my stream here because there's no way we're getting to it. There's no way. I got to go.
No, there's another 15 minutes, and then there's the penalty shootouts, most likely.
Oh, yeah, which sucks because I kind of want to watch that.
And then Thiago Martins is saying, Brazil and U.S. women can win the gold. Which do you choose? I mean, look, let's be honest, Thiago. Brazil ain't winning the gold. We saw Brazil and Spain in the groups. Brazil's losing to Spain in the semifinals. So that just becomes one of those hypothetical questions I kind of don't want to answer because it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like when someone asks me, who do you want to win the 2026 World Cup, the U.S. or Brazil? It's like, come on, guys. Like, the U.S. is going to win. It's like, it's just a hypothetical just to try to put me on the spot. I doubt Brazil is going to beat Spain. That's all I'm saying. I doubt it. They say, oh my God, Gozo's the worst player of all time. He is really bad. The right winger that we put in. Really bad. It's from RSL.
Yeah, no, Gozo's been really not good. I got to get going, guys. But good luck to the U.S. I hope we beat Mexico. I just want to see that Mexican coach cry, um, especially because their goal was not legitimate.
It shouldn't be, yeah. It
Shouldn't
really
have
should.
shouldn't have counted.
He's
But
also bald and reminds me of Berhalter.
yeah, he does. He does.
So that's just an extra reason to not like him.
Yeah. All right, guys. I will maybe think about doing the Germany game on Tuesday, just for a while. I don't know much about the women's team, just as a warning, but they're close to a medal, so why not?
Yeah, like a fan watch along.
Yeah. All right. See you, Tack.
See
Good
you,
luck.
Pete. Good luck there. See you Tuesday. Kai is saying, is the U.S. women's national team development better than the USMNT development? Um, I think it's a bit more complex than that. The main issue with it is women's soccer was just rejected by the world. And I would say the United States were like the pioneers of this, of actually making it a thing. So we were ahead of every single country. We were the first ones to do it. Women's soccer is where it is nowadays, thanks to the United States, thanks to the U.S. women's national team, U.S. soccer. Uh, so they were ahead of every country. Now all the countries are catching up, and it's becoming very balanced. The U.S. is still up top, still one of the best teams in the world, but it's very balanced. Now the U.S. men's national team, when you think about that, we were behind, and we're trying to catch up to the world. So you guys get the difference? The difference is the world is playing catch against the woman, while the man, it's the other way around. We're playing catch against the world. So it's not that development is better. Let's see how the women's game looks 10, 15 years from now when the women's game is more developed worldwide. Jeff Carey says, bet you 500 on the XXX. What the heck does that even mean, man? What does that even mean? Bet you 500 on the XXX? I don't even know what that means. And then Adam Wilton saying Brazil got really lucky against France. I agree. Cross goes in, cleared again by Mexico. Now counterattack for Mexico here. 1-on-1. This could be dangerous. Shot saved. 10 minutes to go and saved. Another save. Jeff Bezos says XXX is really Amsterdam's coat of arms, though. Never seen Dest post XXX before. Has he posted XXX? I haven't seen it. I did not know that. Well, now we do. Now we know. I haven't seen Des post it, actually. I haven't seen it. I thought Jeff was joking. Okay, back here to the game. Cross goes in, out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds. Suleiman Al Saif is saying, do you think Pulisic's the best U.S. player ever? Or is it too early to tell? I think he is the best U.S. player ever. Not in terms of accomplishments for the national team. He still has a lot to do there. But in terms of just raw talent and ability, Pulisic's the best U.S. men's national team player of all time. Yes. He's the best U.S. men's national team player of all time. 8 minutes to go. 8 more minutes. And we still have a 1-1 draw. Ball goes back. Mexican goalkeeper clears it. Mexico in possession. This could be dangerous down the left flank. They're going to get a cross in. Cross goes in. Cleared by the American defense. Not a great clearance, so we have the ball. Unfortunately, the ball's with Gozo, and he's probably going to give it away. Yeah, he gave it away. Dude, this guy is so bad. Like, he's legitimately bad. Holy crap. Mexico with the ball once again. Long shot blocked. Blocked. Berchimas. He wins it. He wins it. Berchimas. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Mexico with the ball. 7 minutes to go. Goes with his number 11. No, sorry, not number 11. He's the right winger for the US. That's the guy that's like really bad, the right winger. I don't know his number right now. I just know who he is. Free kick for Mexico. Free kick for Mexico. Thiago Martins is saying that was. Oh, wait a second. Is the VAR gonna review it into a penalty? That almost looked like it was in the box. But Thiago Martins is saying favorite Olympic game. Did you use the shooters meme? Oh, the old man, the old man from Turkey. I saw that meme. It was pretty funny. It was a good one. I thought the gymnastics, the floor routine in the gymnastics with Rebecca Andrade and Simone Biles, I thought that one was amazing. I also thought today Noah Lyles in the 100-meter dash was tremendous. I think those two are my two favorite moments of the Olympics so far, in my opinion. Free kick for Mexico. Hits the wall. Mexico gets the ball back. And that's going to be a cross. Mexico down the right. Saved by Baudry. Stephen Agishi saying, in your opinion, who is in danger of losing their spot on the U.S. men's national team when they hire a new manager? Stephen, that is 100% reliant on who we hire. I guess that's the biggest question. But if we hire a serious coach, a serious manager, an out-of-shape Weston McKennie's at risk of not being a starter. A not fit Tyler Adams is at risk and not being a starter. That's another one. In terms of that, I think those are the main ones that would have an impact. Outside of that, everyone, I mean, if it's a serious coach, anyone that's not at their best will be at risk, right? It's not like Berhalter that had his favorites. He had his best friends, and they were always safe no matter what. Matt Turner, that's a good one. Matt Turner should be at risk. He's not good enough. The only thing that we have an issue right now is we don't have good goalkeepers at the moment. But Matt Turner is one of them. Miles Robinson should be long gone if we get a good manager. Miles Robinson should be long gone. And here comes Mexico. 4 minutes to go. Mexico down the left. Cross goes in. That's a goal kick. Goal kick. It went off the Mexican player. That's a goal kick for the U.S. Why is Weah's spot never challenged? Well, our winger depth is not that good. Our winger depth is not that good. That's mainly why. Brendan Aronson's a good call too. Brendan Aronson's at risk. Christopher Pena, thank you very much. Christopher is saying, in your opinion, do you think Christian Pulisic can catch up to Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo if he can carry Milan to the Scudetto and far in the Champions League? No, I don't think Pulisic is that level. Could Pulisic play a massive role in Milan winning the Scudetto and possibly maybe a semifinals in the Champions League? Sure, he can do that. But I think if anyone's going to carry Milan, it's probably going to be Rafael Leão. Just in terms of raw talent, Rafael Leão is much closer to Vinicius and Rodrigo than Pulisic. I don't think Pulisic will ever be a Vinicius or Rodrigo level player. Remember, Vinicius is what, for 2 consecutive seasons, getting 30 to 40 goal contributions, won the Champions League twice, being one of the guys for Real Madrid. I wouldn't put Christian Pulisic in that category, but I can see him, if he does very well and wins the Scudetto, playing a big role for Milan and helps them make a deep run in the Champions League, then I could see Christian Pulisic being like a tier below that. Let me try to expand on your question. What would be a tier below Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo? Guys in the chat, help me. What would be a tier below that? I'm trying to think. What would be a tier below? Like a player that would be a tier below that. Trying to think here. I need help now with the chat. Mudrik, no, Mudrik is shit. Mudrik is terrible. Cole Palmer. I would have to see Cole Palmer. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, Sane is a good one. Luis Diaz, Sane. That's like a tier below Vinicius and Rodrigo. Because again, Luis Diaz for Colombia is a different beast. He's really good for Liverpool too. Very good in the Premier League, but he's a different beast for Colombia. The game Schizo is saying, my favorite part of the Olympics is Snoop Dogg being a cultural ambassador for the U.S. Yeah, that one was pretty funny too, that Snoop Dogg was there. We had Snoop Dogg. Lou Coutry saying, if they hire Materazzo, I just hope USSF doesn't try to strong arm him into pick for the roster and let him do his thing. Otherwise, it's just another screw up. Yeah, I mean, whoever they hire, it has to be a coach that does his own thing. No pressure from the federation in terms of who to pick. Nothing. Just does his thing. That's why sometimes we say like a Pochettino, Tuchel, these guys will not take shit from the federation. So it'd be maybe a safer hire. But I would assume if Pellegrino Materazzo wants the job, he shouldn't be falling for that bullshit, right? I think at least. Oh, in 119 minutes, it looks like we're going to penalty shootouts. We have 510 likes in the stream. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone. But let's try to get more likes if we can. If we can. Thank you, everyone that tuned in and supported the stream. I appreciate everyone's support, everyone that's here, watching, just everything. They just ran at our goalkeeper there. We've hit 120 minutes. The question now is 1 minute added. 1 minute. 1 minute added. 1 minute added here. My oh my. And then we're going to go to penalty shoot. Isn't it funny how more people arrived as the game went on? I feel like people are just at home and like, hey, just come over now. Just walk in. It's free. We're at extra time right now. Just open the gates. Anyone can just walk in and watch this game right now. There's definitely more people on the stands right now. I mean, it's still pretty damn empty, but there's definitely more people. 30 seconds to go. Jeff Bezos is saying Rodrigo's so underrated. Everyone talks about Vinicius, but I saw some touches and dribbles against the U.S. men's national team that shows he's a world-class talent. No, Rodrigo's a tremendous player. Rodrigo's a really good player. He's actually more technical than Vinicius in tight spaces, but Vinicius is more explosive. Just gets more effect. Oh no, Mexico scored. You got to be kidding me. I hate this sport. I hate this sport so much. I truly just hate this sport. Did Mexico score twice over the added time? Twice. 2 headers. What a shit summer for the United States men's national team in general. We can't even beat Mexico anymore? We can't even beat Mexico anymore. Suleiman is saying, if Paredes moves to a bigger club, could you see him starting over Weah in a couple years? He's still far from Weah, in my opinion. I still think there's a lot of growing with. But he doesn't have to move to a better club. He can just play better for Wolfsburg and develop. And maybe I just don't see him starting over Weah. Now, keep in mind, if Pellegrino Materazzo takes over, he likes to play with a back three, and he likes to use wing backs. So we could see a lot of Weah as a wing back. And then I don't think Paredes would beat him at the right wing back. And then A-Rob on the left. But again, Man, it's over. It's over. The United States, the USMNT U-20s lost to Mexico 2-1, and Mexico wins the CONCACAF U-20 Championship. You know, just to put an end to a terrible summer. To a terrible summer. The United States men's national team loses to Mexico 2-1, and we lose once again. Grouped in the Copa America. Quarterfinals in the Olympics was a humiliating 4-0 loss. And now we lose to Mexico too in the CONCACAF U-20 Championship. Then Thiago Martins saying, do you think the United States, Zidane hates the U.S. in English? I do. No, Zidane doesn't hate the United States. So the U.S. managed to lose to Mexico here. It is just a youth tournament, but again, it's a game you want to win. It's a game you want to bring the trophy back home. And we lose 2-1. One goal scored after the last second of regular time. And then Mexico scored a second goal at the 121st minute. And Mexico wins the CONCACAF U-20 Championship. So this summer, besides Berhalter being fired, it was as bad as it can get. As bad as it can get. Grouped in the Copa America at home. Quarterfinals exit in the Olympics with a 4-0 loss, which is bad. And now we lose to Mexico, which is something we're not used to these days. USMNT Boredom is saying no attacking subs outside of Gozu, and Gozu is a horrible player. Listen, everyone. I need a break, man. There's only so many L's one man can handle, and I keep getting L left and right, L lost here, lost there, lost everywhere. Just keep taking it up. Every time I try to believe that U.S. soccer is going to get us somewhere, they just give me the finger, shove it up my rectum, twist it, and celebrate it every time. This is what happens every time. I'm sorry if that was too visual. Mac Ryan says this shows why MLS level isn't high enough. I mean, the Olympics show that, and this showed it again. And yeah, I need a break, man. I truly do.